Yo, be quiet. Yo. Hey! Say stop. Don't start that, y'all. I mean it. What's up? We back. We back. I ain't even had no time even. Set up for real. That Doug be tripping. What up, bro? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you new. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I think I broke my charger, y'all. Hold up. Let me see. Share the live, G-Man. Hey, y'all. Nah, we still good. Ain't break. Y'all ready to stop doing live videos, y'all. Y'all, seriously though, y'all. Like, I'm tired. It's like, yo, I don't know how many content creators it is, y'all. But it's like, yo, content creators watch my videos and just cherry pick information. Like it's multiple ones. Like multiple. Might need to focus on just doing uploads, man. I like doing the live show, but I can't keep doing it. I can't keep giving these niggas content. And these niggas don't never mention a nigga or nothing. Yeah, how many times have we done videos and next thing you know, now all of a sudden motherfuckers making titles and about shit that. My bad, y'all. Yeah, y'all, that shit getting out of hand, man. It's getting out of hand, y'all. It's getting out of hand. Can't just keep giving motherfuckers content and don't nobody never salute a motherfucker. They don't never do nothing. So yesterday we was talking about Trench's News and how Trench's News is CSH1. I'm for certain he's CSH1. Like it ain't even up for debate. Now today is videos, Trench's News, CSH, like, yo, come on, yo, like, god damn. Like that paper had been out for 2 weeks. The minute I put it out there and stamp it, here come the videos getting uploaded. Yo. Man, shout out the motherfucking Ravens. What's up, Randy? Yeah, y'all. I'm 100% sure, yo, damn near, y'all. That Trench's News is the guy telling on Durk. And like I said, the reason I know he is for what I told him yesterday. Nobody knew about this phone call from jail but Trench's News. He said that shit a year ago. So how does Trench's News got information on sealed documents? No, he ain't steal my style. He used to steal videos, but since me and him had that conversation, he ain't stole videos. Yeah, he said that shit a year ago. Said that shit a year ago. And y'all remember a while ago, I'm looking into, I'm like, yo, it was an article that said something about the jail phone call. Because I thought I got it from my article. But when I look back on one of them lives, when we look back and we looked at one of the videos that I did, In that video, I said I went back and looked at Trench's news video, and he talked about a phone call. But that information wasn't in no article because it was under seal. It was under seal. So how did he know that? Like he's definitely CHS1. He know it. He told me he's gonna be in Durk case. He trying his hardest. Like I don't know, yo. Like yo, this shit is crazy, yo. Like I ain't never. That's vicious, yo. Since news a vicious motherfucker, boy. God damn, like why the fuck you? Like I ain't never saying nothing like that, yo. Like this nigga's going out his way. What's up, cuz? He going out his way, yo, to be involved in that man case. It's like he trying to use that shit to propel. He's trying to use the snitching shit to propel his YouTube channel. It's a dirty dynamic, man. Yeah, y'all. They watch. They watching still, y'all. I'm just tired of it. Because I haven't. The only person, yo, that got over 100K or even 40K subscribers that shouted my page out. I ain't gonna say the only person. Yo, this Doug is tripping. Hold up, y'all. Make me come back up here, man. Yeah. Yeah, though, yo, it's fucked up. It's messed up, right? Because I really don't want to stop the lives, yo. But there's no way, y'all. I could keep alive when these motherfuckers are still, yo, and not give credit, yo. It's like, yo, by the time we do get where we going, motherfuckers' takes gonna be already spread across the internet. I mean, I ain't gonna have nothing to talk about because motherfuckers done heard everything I said on multiple different platforms. And not one person ever said, yo, salute to Keep It G, yo. He had a nice take on this. They all just run it. They all just run it like it's their original take. Yeah, but before we get in the show, right? I want to show you. I wanted to highlight something real quick. J-Man did an interview with Adam 22, right? And this is one of them situations where he's trying to get something across to Adam, you know, about what Adam is doing in Chicago, but he's not really the guy to do it because he don't know how to articulate it in a way that make it make sense. But let's check this out.
This Wooski, nobody's saying what Wooski did. Everybody see what Adam did. With you being
no heart, man. Hey, man.
Why do you feel like
suit everybody that supported the platform, man? Suit my man No Heart for the $5. Suit my man Hand 5,000 for the $10. Make sure y'all go over there, check out Raw Dope Podcast. And salute the damn, somebody else sent me $4. I can't even remember. Just salute everybody support the platform. Y'all appreciate it, man.
It's why do you even feel like it was okay to go back and forth? Even if Wooski, because we don't have no facts that Wooski did nothing first.
Yeah, well,
because Wooski don't do shit.
Wooski
don't even listen.
I can show you the conversation right now. I can show you right now.
Listen. That
my girl and my
kid.
kid.
Wooski girl. Let's start there.
Okay, well, what do I know?
Put it like this. You said it was Wooski on my baby, so you just put this on a man, bro. You can't put that on him.
If I get a
DM, Wooski ever tell you that was him, bro?
If I get a DM,
did Wooski ever tell you that was him? He don't even do
obviously, if you get a DM from Remo, you're going to assume it's Remo on the other end.
Wooski don't do internet shit, bro.
He doesn't send DMs from his Instagram account. I don't even really consider that internet stuff. That's pretty much how everybody on Earth uses the platform.
Do your homework on Wooski. Not
everybody my girl and my kids, so I said something that was. I quoted a King Von lyric.
First in the interview, I thought you said somebody wasn't giving Wooski vibes.
Sean Cotton said that.
That's how we got to go.
Common misconception. Sean Cotton said that.
So,
but then
you didn't address Cairo. I mean, it wasn't somebody where you was like, you don't give me.
And that was Sean Cotton saying that he didn't feel like Cairo was a killer. Which, do your homework. Why is Cairo locked up right now? No comment. But Sean Cotton might not be the best judge of character.
But put it like this. It was you who gassed that situation. Put it like this.
Why? I didn't DM Wooski. He DM'd
me. That's what, like I keep saying. You have no proof that was Wooski, bro.
Why do I need proof? If I'm getting DM'd, if his account has been compromised by hackers, family members, etc., that's fine, but I don't really put that on me.
But you're saying it's Wooski, so you
add him for shit on him.
Wooski's
and nothing ever had him for.
Wooski's Instagram account.
How many times have you got a DM from an Instagram account and then doubted that it was from the person who?
Shit, I did. I remember somebody hit me from my homeboy account talking about Cash App in a couple of hours. I was ready to do it. I'm like, hold up, y'all. That shit don't sound like. You know what I mean? Yo, people accounts get compromised, yo. You can't just go off the fact that you got an inbox from a social media account and know for certain that it's this person. Yo, we living in wild times right now.
Reported to own that Instagram account.
Bro, Wooski don't be on the ground like that, bro.
Okay, well, he should take control of how his Instagram account's being used.
He says she what?
Your platform is a lot based on the Chicago culture, even though it's detrimental to Chicago itself.
What's the detrimental part?
That people are actually dying.
Straight up.
Kids, like, living with
well, I'm 100% against that.
So, but you glorified on your platform, it seems like.
How? When?
All the time.
When?
I wouldn't exactly say glorify.
See, yo, they asking good questions, but when he rebut them, they don't have the knowledge to reply. Yo, you glorified Adam by bringing them boys on that platform, asking them about beef. Like y'all been saying on multiple occasions, yo, Adam will bring these guys on that platform. They ask him. He just brought the little kid. The fuck is the little kid name? Vert, something Vert. And he asked him about the day Lord Jeff got shot. Like, yo, so what do you mean? You're like, yo, come on, like this is the shit I be talking about. Like, yo, they get around these people and they try to have conversations that deserve to be had, you know, real conversations. But they're not equipped to have the conversation. So it's like, if you're not equipped to have the conversation, don't even bring it up. Don't even bring it up. Because Adam did a lot of stirring the pot over that bitch. A hell of a lot. You done had multiple people go up there and get locked up after his interviews. You ain't had nobody die like DJU. I actually think DJU is doing way more damage than Adam. If you want to keep it already real. But it seems like I'm the only one to hold DJU accountable. See, the thing is, yo, it don't matter if you white or black. It's like a lot of people got this perception of, oh, just because he white, they picking on him. Man, that shit wouldn't matter if you white, black, or purple. You understand what I'm saying? It's how you running your platform, man. You running your platform in a way that can get people hurt. And has got people hurt. Y'all remember Famous Richard went up there. He said, yo, when I left your platform, I was beefing with the whole Chicago. Right, it's based on stirring the pot. Facts. But they trying to explain that to him, but they can't do it. Him or her.
Verified, I just say that you keep a light shined on it so that you can constantly have something to talk about.
We report on hip hop news. So Chicago being arguably like the most lit city in America, for sure we got to talk about what's going on in Chicago. And there's so many different players, and they beef with each other.
He's praying on ignorance. And see, this the thing, y'all. Just because they rapping about beefing, yo, that don't mean you get them on. Like, yo, how was he allowed to design a platform centered all around street shit? It ain't even music, it's street shit. Like, yo, people really took street shit to the internet. Like, yo, we live in wild times, yo. But the thing is, the reason why it's happening, y'all, because we living in an era where clout is king. You know, and if you got clout, you winning. So Adam knows this. Remo knows this. So they bring these guys on here who ignorant, you know, and when it matter what age they is. A lot of them are young, but it's older guys that's still ignorant as well. And he asked them these police ass questions, knowing that they're gonna answer. They're gonna answer. Because if you don't answer, you wasted it. You was on a platform that got 5 million plus subscribers. You just wasted your opportunity. But in reality, you still ain't going nowhere. But it's just ignorance. Yo, Adam 22 preys on ignorance. But he don't bring, like my man G-Man said up there, he don't bring anybody up there intelligent enough to explain that to him. So it looks like he knows what he's talking about. But just because you the smartest in the room, this day, that don't mean you always gonna be the smartest in the room, my nigga.
Each other quite a bit compared to even a place like LA.
So it's just like a video game.
This is like the home of gangbanging, and we have like so much less to talk about when it comes to street stuff because LA gang members seem like they're a lot more committed to keeping it offline.
Also, basically, that's what the stuff that's going on in Chicago, like the kids, everybody dying, it's just something to talk about.
It's not that it's something to talk about, it's that it's news. We report on hip-hop news.
Why don't you report on news in your culture, like Adam Murdoch and all those different type of people?
Who's Adam Murdoch?
Oh, yeah, I find it interesting. You don't know who that is when we get talking about.
Who is that?
That's the white man that lost his job and everything, blanked out, killed his wife and his son.
How is it my culture if I never even heard of him?
That's average white people.
So do you think I should? Do you think No Jumper is a platform all about just white people?
No.
It's a platform about hip hop. So of course we have to report on hip hop.
Yeah, but it's not about hip hop. Maybe 15%. This platform ain't about hip hop. This platform about street shit. Shit that don't even belong on the internet. But since they brought it to the internet, he monetizing off of it. Like, yo, platforms used to be about hip hop. You know, they used to bring people on their platforms and ask them questions about their music and, you know, where do you see your career in 5 years? And, you know, things like that, your upbringing. No, there ain't none of that shit no more. They want to know why Lil Bill got shot and who did it. and what was the sequence of events that led up to Lil Bill getting shot? That's the questions they ask, man. And the fucked up thing about it is he's asking it all the way from California. But these Chicago boys that he bringing up there and answering those questions, they got to go back to Chicago and stand on that shit. They got to stand on it. Also, same shit DJ you do. When you bring them on a platform, now you got to bring the ops on the platform because if you don't, now you picking sides. You know what I mean? Now you picking sides. So now you playing the middle between two guys or two crews that ain't playing with each other. Somebody going to die if they have a clash. But what happens now is these guys sit back and play the victim and play the innocent role like they ain't know what they was doing. I just be glad when motherfuckers stop allowing them to do that. Stop allowing them to do it. They only do it because y'all allow them to do it.
Yo.
And you just named the person I don't even know. I never even heard of.
That's what he like you.
Well, he has the same first name as me. Apparently.
First of all, I thought she was talking about Adam and Eve.
Was like,
who's Adam Murdoch?
I don't know if it's LA.
Like you infatuated with the Chicago drill or the hip hop.
Oh, I don't think I'm infatuated. I don't even actually run the No Jumper Instagram. So a lot of the stuff that gets posted on there, it's not even up to me. It's up to the news team.
Okay. So you should be sitting back just do this.
I mean,
I'm just trying to
own the platform.
So,
but I don't post on it every day.
Are you paying Remo to exploit the culture? Let's start there.
That's what I want.
I think exploit would be a word that I wouldn't agree with, but definitely he's part of the news team.
So let's break this down.
All right, let me ask you this then, because when Durk called you, me and you had a conversation, and the first thing you told me was, "Hey, I should have mentioned something with the Durk shit, but it's bigger than No Jumper right now." But you said, would Durk even be whooping with me right now if I wasn't on No Jumper and shit? So, like, how can you know what I'm saying? Like, in a way, I feel like you being on No Jumper has helped benefited your career.
If he was in other cities, he would be playing the dangerous game. Like I told y'all, a No Jumper wouldn't last in Baltimore. It wouldn't last in some of these other cities, but since in Chicago, they so on clout. You know, when you, I always say this, yo, because I don't think people really understand how deep that shit run. Yo, when you chasing clout, You're not even paying. Like they looking past Adam. You understand? In DJU and the rest of the guys that do that shit because they want to get on them platforms. So they're not even really looking at the fact that we got these platforms in between both of us stay in the pot. They look at it like shit. You gave him his chance to talk. Now I want my chance to talk. And it's like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Like, that ain't never been acceptable. At least not where I'm from. Like, when I'm from, the middle always been dangerous. Because if you play in the middle, you don't know. You can get hit from either side. You can get hit from the left or the right because you're in the middle. You don't know who to trust. Because you done told this crew this thing. You done told that crew this thing. You don't know who told which crew about the shit that you've been telling both of them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that always been a dangerous position, but it's like now with this clout chasing shit, and then they looking past that. They looking past the fact that, somebody is playing the middle, and they just looking at the opposition. It's a fucked up dynamic, so people would say he gonna get what's coming to him, but he ain't. They haven't even recognized that, he's a problem. They haven't even recognized it yet. They gotta recognize he a problem first.
Career, and it took you to the next level where you even shining light on KB.
We did your biggest interview.
So it's like, what is it? Because when you called me, you told me like, hey, I should have spoke up, but right now it's bigger than that right now.
What I got going on is bigger than whatever goofy ass questions that y'all be asking me on No Jumper.
But you come here.
But what I got going on is bigger than that because I come there for the audience. You see what I'm saying?
How are the...
You hear that? Basically, what he just said is, I know y'all do some fucked up shit, but I come there for the clout. Which means clout overrides principles. Clout overrides morals. So he's willing to set his morals and principles to the side because Adam has a large platform. You see what I'm saying, That's the shit I always be talking about. If you listen to them, they tell you. So you willing to override the fact that, this platform is a problem in my city. To go to this platform just because this platform has a large following, like, that's backwards as a motherfucker. As long as people got that mentality, it ain't never gonna stop. It ain't never. That's why clout chasing is dangerous. That's why clout chasing is goofy. Because look what it have him doing. People like to talk about like shit you need. Ain't nothing wrong with clout chasing. Everything is wrong with clout chasing. Everything plus more. Listen to what the man just said. Did y'all catch that? Or y'all know I be catching shit. Let's talk one more time.
Now it's bigger than that right now.
What I got going on is bigger than whatever goofy ass questions that y'all be asking me on No Jumper.
But you come here.
But what I got going on is bigger than that because I come there for the audience. You see what I'm saying?
How are the questions we ask you any different than the questions all these other platforms that you do interviews with asking you? Like, which are all black owned.
I be treating their ass too. You ain't did your homework?
No, I watched that Corporate Cartel one. I see you getting a little big headed. I was wondering what version of you we were gonna get today.
It ain't no big head.
You're changing.
It ain't no big head.
We get a different J Man every time you come in here.
Put it like this, y'all been getting different characters, right? Am I right? Am I right?
Yeah, we still got the police officer uniform right out there.
Do I gotta go there?
But back to what we were saying.
We should put that on.
The pudding is J Main doing real whoops, and put it like this: people do change, bro. Let's start there. Change come with growth. Put it like this: I'm realizing the more and more I come to this platform, y'all be playing with motherfucker. You see what I'm saying?
Why? How?
The goofy ass questions that y'all be asking.
Like what? And how are those questions different from every other platform?
Bro, I just heard you ask Fat Trail.
They
shoot at Chief Keef in DC. So that's gas in the beef too with Fat Trail in DC.
And also,
what's any different?
We've never hated on you pushing peace, and in fact, we are the place where you thought up your cereal, and we've had your cereal on the set over and over and over for years. We've never said anything that said like, "Oh, J Main needs to go kill people." We've always congratulated you on the push and peace thing, especially now that it seems more sincere.
What y'all did is kind of had me on this platform and try to bash what I do and kind of tear down what I do. Y'all The first time I was on No Jumper, y'all had me up here for being homeless. I did hella other shit in my career. Why was the first time I make a major platform for me being homeless?
Why were you making all those YouTube videos about being homeless at that time? Because it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting to the people.
But you catch my drift?
It's a drill rapper, he's popular, he's funny, he's doing all these interviews, and he's homeless? That's interesting. So we put it in the title.
That's the most interesting thing I did.
But that was a small percentage of what we discussed. And that was your biggest interview.
Was that
on any platform?
But you catch my drift? Did that what I just said make sense?
If we're interviewing someone and they're making YouTube videos saying that they're homeless, to you? Obviously we're going to talk about that.
What?
You knew it was interesting because that's why you were titling all your videos about you being homeless.
That makes sense.
But me and you had this conversation off camera, and you knew that was a whoop.
What I said.
You knew that was a whoop to take you to the next level.
Right quick.
Yeah, and it worked.
Let my little brother break this shit down. I think little bro need to break this shit down because they whooping.
They ain't bring nobody up there that can explain it. None of the J-Man came up there, him included, and they didn't bring anybody up there that can explain the issue with Adam 22 and Remo.
Never said I don't agree with the points and certain facts that I've made about having the whoops on a WAP and shit like that.
We got the Durkios up there right now, along with the Crip.
Because at the end of the day, y'all,
generally speaking,
J-Man can't complain because Adam is right. The same shit that you complaining about is what made you. You complaining about how we operating, but you operating on this off the, you operating on the same accord. So he really don't have any room to talk. That's why he's getting stumbled and fumbling on his words because he don't have any room to talk. You clout chase, run plays, perpetuate. He was the first one talking about street shit. If you want to really be honest, that whole John Wick shit. He probably the first one brought that shit to the internet in a manner in which he did.
It hit different. Let's start that now. How you looking at these rules? We got my little
break
brother
this shit down. Don't ask no stupid ass questions. Don't say no stupid ass answers. For now. So what y'all got to say for now?
That's how you're gonna enter the spot?
Yeah, just like that.
Stupid ass questions like what? Nobody has told me one question that is a stupid question.
What you be saying?
Nobody's actually told me anything that we've done that has negatively.
I told you that's when he asked the Lord kid Vert. I don't know, I think it's Vert or Vert. When he asked him about the Bloodhound Lord Jeff, that was a stupid ass question. And Shorty, even though he was high out of his mind, he ain't get tricked in the telling on himself. Cause that whole interview they was trying to get that boy to implicate himself in the crime.
Impacted Chicago as a city.
I do a lot type shit because you know your platform type shit. You feel me? So you know,
but like
all you focus on is Chicago right now. So
what do we do that negatively impacts Chicago?
Everything that you be talking about, bro.
But like what?
You bring this crew up there, let that crew talk about whatever crew they talking about. Then you bring that crew up there, and then let that crew talk about that crew. Like, what do you mean? Like, yo, come on, Adam. Like, you sit up there playing stupid, and they just is stupid allowing them to play stupid because they can't even explain it. Like, it's obvious what the fuck you did. Like, you can't bring one side up to express their grievance with the other side, to bring the other side up to express their grievance. Like, that's what blows up the beef. Like, who wants shit talked about them on a platform with 5 million people, potentially 5 million potential viewers? It amplifies the beef. Like yesterday, y'all, we was talking about Q50, Lord 50, and all that in their little crews. Them little guys didn't start dying until these platforms start giving them clout. For the people that follow that, y'all can tell us, y'all can name every single person that died in that little feud that they got. But the crazy thing about it is, it's still new. Before it's all said and done, they all gonna be dead. And it got blown up by bloggers. It got blown up by podcasters. Because before people gave them clout, yo, they wasn't dying, yo. They wasn't dying. You know, niggas probably was in middle school. Probably was playing for the basketball team. Probably was just smoking weed. You understand what I'm saying? Hit that like button, y'all. Double tap the screen for me.
Let's put the money on the line then, Adam. Let's put it like
I just want one example.
I came up here to get 90,000
followers or dollars
from your ass, Adam.
I don't have that much. That's way too much.
90,000.
I don't think anyone's ever made 90,000 off one interview.
But put it like this, not off one. I didn't come for 90,000 for an interview. I came for 90,000 so I could pass it back to the trenches, Adam.
For real.
Well, that's a lot.
That shit was dirty work, y'all.
But put it like
that
this.
was dirty as a bitch.
Why is 90 too much for Adam?
I know how much interviews tend to earn, and this is not 90,000.
We're not talking interviews because, like I explained to y'all before, when y'all had Mama Duck up here, y'all not paying Mama Duck for how many numbers the interview is gonna put up. You paying for who that woman is.
Well, no, it has to make sense.
Does that make sense?
It has to correlate with how many views the episode gets.
Who it is, it makes sense. Who it is, it makes sense.
But it's really about how much of a draw they are.
Put it like this: you had this person up here, it makes a snowball effect. And
see, yo, the reason why they interview ignorance is because you can get them to talk. You can get them to say some of the wildest things. You can't bring a man of intelligence on these platforms and they're not going to get the content they want out of those type of people. So they bring ignorance. They find the most ignorant, uneducated, illiterate person that they can find. And then they get them up there on these platforms where a lot of these guys, Remo probably went to fucking college. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys, intelligent-wise, is way faster. And I'm not saying that just because you went to college, that make you smarter than somebody that didn't go to college. No, because I believe you need to be book smart and street smart. You know, when you know both, shit, you want to stop out this bitch. But what happens is these guys that they bringing up, they're not even street smart. So they're not book smart or street smart, and they just being manipulated by Adam. Because, you know, intelligent wise, he got him beat.
I'm on effect. So you having Duck Mama up here that leaves room for you to bring this person and this person and that person. You only can get certain shit out of Duck Mama.
We really look at interviews on an individual basis and not like what they're likely to cause to happen in the future.
So 90,000.
That's too much. That's way too much.
What can we settle at, Adam? Let's get to the point.
Something dramatically lower than that. And for what? What are you even talking about?
It's crazy. Dramatically low. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Do you think Mama Duck is a Mama Duck interview is worth $90,000?
Put it like this.
Nobody would ever pay her that much.
Put it like
she knows that.
Put it like this: 90,000. No, don't ever say never.
No, for sure, that's a never.
Yeah, those are you funny as shit.
She's done so many other interviews that, of course, nobody would pay her that much. And even if she had never done an interview, then, of course, also nobody would pay her that much because it's just not worth it. You're never going to make $90,000 off a single interview.
You interview Mama Duck?
With almost anyone.
Me and Mama Duck, we done did a few whoops for shit show. We definitely done did some.
They out.
Private whoops.
I'm a little disappointed where I'm at right now because I
that was disrespectful. That's that man homeboy mother. He gonna say private whoops. Motherfucker ain't got no respect.
Yeah, these came out.
For real? You had her on the whoops?
Yeah, I had Mama Duck on.
All right.
You paid her 90,000?
Put it like this. I paid Mama Duck something nice. Do your homework on me paying Mama Duck something nice.
Yep, 1 year ago. Mama Duck and J-Main on the hour-long interview. You don't have a mic, so anybody off mic, we really need you to not talk. 43,000 views.
Hey, but that's KB Nina. You know you can't talk to her like that.
No, but she's not on mic.
She'll start tweaking though.
That's cool. So she's not on mic,
but
so
she'll start tweaking.
Right, but this is a podcast.
But she'll start tweaking.
But this isn't just a bunch of people hanging out. This is a podcast. We got to focus on the mics.
But she'll start tweaking.
It's a relationship with the mics. 43,000 views with Mama Duck.
43,000.
That's like $2 per view you're suggesting that she earns? I don't even know how you could possibly say that. So
put it like this. I never said Mama Duck should get 90,000. Nobody never said that. You create this narrative of why she's now worth 90,000 for an interview.
You're accusing me of creating a narrative when I'm responding to you saying that she deserves $90,000. Okay, I agree
so
that
the fucked up thing about it, yo, this shit's so sad. J-Main said Adam owe that money, yo, for exploiting Chicago. But he can't even bring the conversation back to the point because he didn't let Adam trick him into talking about Mama Duck and 90,000. Like, this shit is just crazy, yo. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that, yo, so we can get a better understanding of what was going on, because what the fuck they was trying to do, they didn't accomplish. Yo, but today, y'all, we got some things to talk about. Yo, we got man, speak to them Ravens, man. See what my man Marlon Humphrey had to say.
I was right there by the guy, and Russ kind of threw it to me, and then I was running. I want to make this like pretty clear. When I was running with the football, I saw David Ajabo, a really great teammate of mine, and I was trying to pitch him the football. So some people brought up to me that it looked like taunting or something, but I was trying to pitch him the football, and there's no taunting there at all. I just want to make that very clear. And Jabo's a great guy. I wanted to pitch to him, so and then I got in the end zone, and it was good.
So when you talk about
I don't want to really pitch to the ball. Fuck, if you was taunting, nigga, stand on it, nigga. But yo, we got a good one today, yo. We got Traplore Ross got another documentary coming out, y'all. Another documentary coming out. Oh, this is great. This is great news. Hold on, let's read this real quick. YouTube is taking, and I would just ready to say that, yo, YouTube need to fix some of their rules, man, because a lot of shit that be going on YouTube is out of order, y'all. It's out of order. Clickbaiting, the stand-up beef, like, yo, all that shit need to be banned, man. That way we can see who's really content creators. That way we can see who really adds to the culture, as opposed to who just in the way. Yo, because a lot of these guys, yo, that people watch is in a way, yo. Like, we're not getting anything from them. A lot of shit they do not even funny. It's just corny. You know what I mean? But the clickbaiting shit gotta stop. They should have been did this. They done probably made $1 billion off of clickbait. Now they trying to stop it. But anyway, YouTube is taking the toughest stance on clickbait, saying it will remove content with titles or thumbnails that promises viewers something that the video doesn't deliver. As spotted earlier by TechCrunch, this change will slowly roll out in India first, according to YouTube's blog post, but will expand to more countries in the coming months. YouTube spokesman Jack Malone says in a statement to The Verge, YouTube says the policy will combat egregious clickbait that mislead viewers with particular focus on videos related to breaking news or current views or current events. That's not enough. They need to expand that. The company's example of egregious clickbait include a video with the title "The President Resigned" that doesn't actually address a resignation or a top political news thumbnail attached to a video with no news content. Is that it? Oh yeah, well they need to do that. Yeah, but look at this, y'all. Traplore Ross drops new documentary alleging that Lord Durk was involved in 5 murders. Yo, who does this, y'all? YouTube need to address this. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, how the fuck how can you do that? That man ain't been charged with no fucking 5 murders. How is he allowed to put out a documentary alleging that Durk was involved in 5 more murders, y'all? God damn, yo. They don't think he got enough on his plate? He already fighting 1 murder for hire in the feds played the dirty game at his bail review and brought up some shit he ain't even charged with. Now you got Traplore Ross trying to put 5 more on him. What's the y'all? Yo, for people that don't understand, yo, this is why culture vultures is dangerous. And I ain't talking about just white people. I'm talking about people that prey on a culture, yo, like a Traplore Ross, like a DJU. Like, they really don't give a fuck. Their sole purpose is monetary. That's it and that's all. They don't give a fuck about putting out accurate information. They don't give a fuck about relaying information that they do relay in a positive light, or at least in a light that makes sense, it's all views. Like, I just don't understand. How do you do that? That man ain't been charged no 5 murders. How do you sit back and be like, you know what? I'm going to comb through all Durk lyrics. And I'm going to see if Durk is involved in any more murders. And the fucked up thing about Traplore Ross is he knows that, was it the old Block trial, was one of them trials, that his videos is used. He know this. You know they watching your page. And that's what you decide to come with. I think Traplore Ross the biggest culture vulture we got. The biggest. Past Adam, Vlad, and anybody else you can name. DJU, On the Couch TV, all them motherfuckers. He's the biggest.
Durk is charged with murder for hire in the case of Lil Pab, but the dark truth is, this very well may just be the tip of the iceberg. And ever since the paperwork dropped, there's been intense speculation as to whether this was a one-off incident or had Durk actually spent several years.
Yo got Duck up there. Yo, this nigga crazy, yo. Yo, this is crazy, yo. Cash up there.
Is using his power, status, and money to have numerous enemies murdered before rapping about it in front of the whole world for everyone to hear. The fact is, there's a total of 6 high-profile murders that Lil Durk is rumored to have orchestrated. So today, we're going to be taking a closer look at those cases to try and work out once and for all whether Lil Durk was really the mastermind behind this series of gruesome murders. Lil Durk is
that's crazy, yo. Yo, he a piece of shit, yo. That's why I don't watch your shit, man. That's why I don't fuck with y'all. I don't watch it. I don't do none of that. Yo, but y'all see what so yesterday we showed this. Gillie speaks on why he kicked everyone out of the event in the shooting.
Please.
So last night, yo, this is the video that we saying. Gillie stormed the stage and kicked everybody out.
Turn that music off. Me and Wallow put on for the city. And this how you bitches treat us
there
on
he
outside.
Is. Yeah, he is.
Rip the door out, shout at the fucking police and all that dumbass shit. Get the fuck out. All of y'all get the fuck out.
Now, this fuck around was at the end of the show. Yo, can somebody, when did he do this? Did he do this mid-show, or was this at the end of the show when everything was done?
That's what type of fucking respect y'all get us? All the shit we do? Get the fuck up out this joint.
I think that was a play.
Yo,
so he comes back. We didn't see this last night on live. He comes back and this is what he says.
Just want to say this, right? Shout out to everybody that supported us tonight. Shout out to everybody that tuned in to the pay-per-view. But I also want to say this, man. The Wilmington police is the worst fucking police district in the fucking country. They the worst. I paid the Wilmington I paid security in the police $14,000 fucking dollars. $14,000.
It was in Delaware.
Dollars.
Okay.
You gotta understand, I'm in the middle of a live stream, and the police that's supposed to be the fucking captain, he walks up on me in the middle of a live stream and says, "Yo, I'm gonna need you to go outside." And what was the words he used, babe?
I can't remember. Get them in, like, talk to the people and get them in order.
Yeah, I need you to go outside and talk to the people and get them in order, because it's a bunch of motherfuckers that's outside that ain't got tickets that's trying to get. Yo, I just want to say this, right? Shout out to everybody that's the fucking, like, wait, I said, bro, you the fucking police. Why you need me to go outside? Because you don't want me to handle it my way. So basically you saying you about to do something to some niggas that's out of order. So I got the fuck up, walk to the fucking front, talk to the fucking people. Then now they like, Gillie, why you come up here? Because your fucking captain asked me to come up here, which didn't make no fucking sense to them. They like, no, Gillie, go back. We got it. But then 5 minutes later, y'all meet some motherfuckers. Y'all made me kick thousands of motherfuckers out the stands because some niggas was outside with no tickets trying to get in. And then walk up, they shooting at the police outside. I'm like, wait, what? At one of my events, they shooting at the fucking police. We don't even bring that type of energy. I get on motherfucker to fucking, like, wait, I said, stage this shit over. Get the fuck out. Y'all shooting at the police. They make me send everybody home. And then they said, no, they was shouting at the police. Wait, you made me kick all of these motherfuckers out the stands because some niggas was outside shouting at the fucking police. Shouting. Because when I heard shooting at my fucking event, that don't even make no fucking sense. We don't even bring out that type of crowd. Like, yeah. Kick thousands of motherfuckers out the stands because niggas was outside shouting. Niggas that ain't got no tickets. This man came up to me and asked me.
He said, but did you hear that he got mad at the police? Basically, the police lied to him.
To go outside and talk to. When the fuck do the police go to a civilian and say, yo, I need you to head to that over there? Think about that, man. Stage this shit over. Get the fuck out. Y'all shoot. Think about that. Then you got all the black cops, they want to pull me to the side. Yeah, man, this shit ain't cool, man. I don't like this. They don't do this shit no other way. Get the fuck away from me, you house nigga. Like, you telling me this, why the fuck you not telling him that? You go to work with that nigga every day. Why you not like, John, this shit ain't cool? Like, man, this shit ain't cool, man. These people in here, they ain't doing shit in here. They having a good time in here. It's some raggedy motherfuckers that ain't got no tickets that's trying to get outside. How the fuck are these people being punished? But you want to pull me to the side, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. I don't see nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? How they looking, this is your crowd. Yeah, you paid them, Bill, but that's still your crowd. Like I would, if I had an event and I brought a huge crowd out and the police couldn't control the crowd, I wouldn't mind going out there like, yo, come on, yo, get y'all shit together, yo. Like, yo, I mean, yo, for one, they probably would like to see you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these are the people, these are your supports. These are the people that put you in position. Right? If they had the money or not, if they don't support you with the money, they support you with the eyes. So I wouldn't say no problem with going out there, yo, hollering at the people. I'd rather holler at the people than let the fucking police do it. Because you heard how he said the police handled it. The police handled it by spraying people with mace. So I ain't really see nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't understand how he got an attitude or how he feels some type of way. I get you paid them, but at the end of the day, yo, that's still your crowd, yo. That's your crowd. They're your people.
And that shit ain't right. Man, get your fucking house.
It is the Hollywood shit, yo. I agree.
Like, the Wilmington police, y'all the worst fucking police district. Think about that. Then you got all the black cops.
He said he is square. So he did another video.
Yo, we bringing Gillie and Wallow KO party back. It probably won't be at the Chase Center, but we bringing it back in like 4 months.
Oh, so he chose to do that.
Since I'm an honorary sheriff.
I think he did all this for clout. Like, y'all gotta understand, yo, nobody in this society, yo, nobody is above clout chasing. Nobody. The biggest to do it. We seen Shannon Sharp do it. I think all of that shit he did at the end of that shit was theatrics. So he can bring more attention to, you know, to his platform, to his show. I'm sure they posted it all over the place.
In the state of Pennsylvania, the Philadelphia Police Department did not like the way the Wilmington Police Department treated me last night. So they agreed that they got 20 Philadelphia Police Department officers, and they want to fight 20 other Wilmington Police Department officers. It's all in front and spirits. What we doing, Wilmington? Y'all stepping up. They don't like the way.
I don't know, man. Them guys, I think them guys got big headed, man. Get his piece on why he kicked anyone out. All right, yo, so I ain't been on the internet today, y'all, so I ain't see nothing that's going on. All right, y'all. So there's a documentary on YouTube right now. I'm gonna see if we can watch it. Called Surviving Diddy. Surviving Diddy, y'all. I don't know how many people watch this shit. Yo, but if y'all can remember, this is the same thing. One of them same documentaries. I don't even fucking see the bitch. It's what got R. Kelly all that motherfucking time. Like, yo, how are people doing documentaries like that? Man, Stories with V, man. Make sure y'all rock my man Stories with V, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. Subscribe to his channel. I don't understand, yo, how is YouTube allowing these people to do this? Make documentaries. Hold on. On people about crimes that they haven't been convicted of. I seen something that said on YouTube has a part 1 of 5. So is this the shit they talking about? That already came out. Part 2 of 5. Hold up, y'all. I ain't really been in the house all day today, y'all. Surviving Diddy. That was 2 months ago. Hold on. Surviving Diddy series streaming on YouTube. Also, people must have just seen it. Exposing the diddler. Hold on. Let's see if we can find that. Exposing. It must be this right here. Must be this. Scary Hours. Scary Hours Productions. It's probably one of them YouTube ran pages. 2021. Hold on, y'all. You know you got. I've been telling y'all about the YouTube ran pages. It's probably one of them. Let's check this page out. Welcome to Scary Hours Productions, where we craft thought-provoking content across all genres, specializing in horror and thrillers. Our documentaries and future films are designed to captivate and keep you on the edge of your seat. Dive into the world of suspense, fear, and unforgivable storytelling. What the fuck is this? Fuck on this damn page. Oldest. So they just started posting a year ago. And they already got 30-something thousand subscribers. Yeah, that's one of them pages. So let's check some of these out, y'all. This motherfucker got 2 million views. Yo, this the shit that be funny. Sean Diddy Combs has denied all claims and pled not guilty to racketeering conspiracy. Like, yo, how do you do this? How do you start the video off with this, but then just go into, and then more than likely just go into a whole bunch of bullshit that this man hasn't been convicted of? Let's check it out, though, y'all. 50 better not do no shit like that. So he said it should spark outrage, and people's talking about. So look at this motherfucker right here.
I know the devil when I see it.
Bad boy entertainment. Man, how are people seriously
Who the fuck is this guy? I don't know who he is, but listen to him.
chanting free Diddy out? Like that man wasn't caught on camera kicking and hitting Cassie. Like what? Are we freeing him from accountability too? Yo, ignorance is running rampant and is moving faster than Diddy did at the club when Shine took that fall for him. Let's be real. Supporting a serial predator because you like his old hits can't.
Yo, he haven't. See, this shit that be killing me with people. Yo, he haven't been charged with. Yo, it's one victim. Hey, yo, I swear, yo, people are seriously mischaracterizing this Diddy situation. Yo, Diddy's situation was a domestic. It was a toxic relationship. Just like anybody else. Well, this little bit. I ain't gonna say just like anybody else's, but it was a toxic relationship, man. It's one victim, but the whole internet is spinning this narrative that Diddy got all these victims and this. Like, yo, that's not the case. It's not the case, man. So you got this bozo, whoever the fuck he is. He just talking. He don't even know what the fuck he talking about.
And stop, won't stop. Man, that's not loyalty. That's delusion. And if you still don't get it, man, watch the Surviving Diddy doc. It's free on YouTube. No excuses, no paywalls, just front row seat to the truth.
So let's check this out, y'all. Suit the Scary Hours Productions, yo. Probably one of YouTube pages. See how they did this.
There are so many witnesses. There are so many victims.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
Is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in?
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to puppy camp?
Hell no.
You try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners.
And keep everything right here. There you go. Or right here. There you go.
Let's just go get some girls.
Man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is this a sociopath or is this somebody that can be redeemed? And I'm not talking about in business or to the world. I think it's a wrap for that.
I'm a savage. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Whatever I want, I have to get.
I mean, like, his soul.
I never liked him. I met him a bunch of times, but I never liked him. Because people be wanting to party.
I can't stand D.L. Hughley motherfucking ass. D.L. Hughley is one of the biggest cones that we have in the black community. The biggest.
And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
About my party, they're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me.
When they come to one of my...
Nick, he could very well be evil. But let the courts decide. Like, the problem I have is this is what always happens. We allow people to get slandered through public opinion. Yeah, you don't have to like them, but it's still got to be fair. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we allow people to get slandered through public opinion, and then when they go to court, they just get stomped all over. Meanwhile, it probably wasn't even what it was. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, they probably ain't even do it. But since we allow the public perception of them to get slandered, it makes it easier for the court system. We got to stop allowing that to happen, man. We're the only community of people that allow that to happen.
My parties, this is what happens to me. I put him to sleep.
I mean, the after party. Need locks on the doors.
No, I know about them.
A lot of heat. Physically, the place has to be hot.
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
Don't get me wrong. Know what I think Diddy is? I think Diddy is a freak, for one. Freaky here, freaky motherfucker. I think Diddy has what you call that, man, where people get money and they're allowed to go to their head. You know, I think Diddy is that. You know, he leads with his money. He uses money to control his surroundings, just like most people that got a lot of money. You know, they let their money work for them. I think that's Diddy. I think Diddy has probably did a lot of things to people, you know, physically, but all this rape and shit, and these children and all that shit. Nah, I don't think Diddy participated in that. I don't think he did that. You know, because if that's how he was rocking, he'd have been in jail. You know, he'd have been in jail, man. Even still, with everything that they got going on, there's still no children involved in Diddy case. I ain't talking about the lawsuits, because all them lawsuits is frivolous. I don't believe not near one of them lawsuits. I'm talking about the criminal case. With everything that we heard Diddy have done over the years, it's still only one victim. Still, 3-4 months in, it's one victim. And that victim was somebody he was in a 10-year relationship with. That's all I'm saying, man. We got to stop putting the cart before the horse.
Affects the alcohol,
Level up.
and it also affects, like, you know, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
How do I address you?
You can call me Love.
If a man really hated ads, here's what he would do. Day one, he would install Pi on his computer without spending a dime because it's 100% free. Day two, he realizes how clean and clutter-free his browsing experience.
Imagine waking
Yeah,
up.
but Nikki, nobody else is going to jail though, Nikki. Nikki, hope you ain't one of them people that believe. Nikki, hope you're not one of them people that believe the industry is falling and all these people going to get implicated. What I said, I lost you, Dennis. Where I lose you at? Maybe I can explain it further. No, this is not the takedown of the industry, y'all. That is a problem. And that's exactly. And look, they know this. And that's why they kill my public opinion first. Because there's no truth, Dennis. There's no proof of any of that. Ain't no proof. Like what you want me come on, Nightbot. You want me to lie to you? Where's the proof that Diddy did anything to kids? You don't think the Fed by now? He been locked up for how long now? He been locked up for months. For months now. You don't think the feds will at least got one child by now? At least one? You don't think they would at least got 5 more victims? It's one victim in Diddy case. Now they keep talking about a superseding indictment. Well, when is it going to happen? No, Nikki, but do you think more people is going to jail? You think? No, I think Diddy is guilty of beating up Cassie. I do think Diddy is guilty of that. Yo, but this sex trafficking, see, this is the thing, y'all. This sex trafficking shit. It's like, yo, it's how? Like, yo, from what we read, Diddy was a freak. Him and Cassie had a freaky relationship. Almost like swingers. You know what I mean? Like, yo, since when has been a swinger fit under the RICO statute? Yo, it's crazy, yo. The problem is y'all allowing the media the mind fuck y'all and thinking it's something that it ain't. Like, since when? Like, that man facing life in prison for beating up Cassie, which is wild. You know, I don't support no domestic violence. You know what I mean? She probably should be punished. He should be punished for that. Yo, but life in prison? Yo, there's nothing in them documents that we read that constitute life in prison for Diddy. Nothing. Sex workers getting flown in. Baby oil. IVs. Nobody died. Nobody was raped. Nobody was viciously assaulted. I'm talking about viciously. Like, you know, you obviously a vicious beating. It's none of that in this case. But yet and still the man is facing life in prison. Like, yo, everybody should be upset about that, man. Like, our system ain't supposed to work like that, but what's going on is they kill him in the media. They got Tony Busby with 120 frivolous lawsuits that he hasn't filed. They got all these wild and salacious allegations that, if you read them, sounds foolish, sounds crazy. Now, do we got to go back and read one of them lawsuits again before we watch this? Let me. Hey, Nikki, did you hear this lawsuit? Listen to this, Nikki. Listen to this. Listen to this lawsuit. Listen to this lawsuit, y'all. And y'all probably never heard this lawsuit because I ain't seen it. It ain't all over the internet. Listen to this lawsuit, man. Listen to the details of this lawsuit and what this person is alleging. Yo, this shit sound like a fucking movie, y'all. Sounds like a movie. Now, y'all know how we do. I'm going to read some and I'm going to let the computer read some. That's how we going to do it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If y'all want to support the platform, Cash App Baltimore Swag, man. Support the movement, man. Straight up. All right, look. Insane. Share the live too, y'all. If y'all can't share it to y'all social medias. You know, we all we got over here, yo. We don't got no digital marketing firm boosting up our numbers. We ain't got none of that. Listen to this lawsuit, y'all. These lawsuits sound crazy. And this person is saying that Diddy awed her with a remote control. With a remote control. What's this? I might have passed it. No, I didn't. Here it go. No, it ain't. Diddy requested bail. Diddy motion. Hit that like button, y'all. Share the live, y'all. I'm ready. I'm gonna read it, and I just want y'all to tell me. I want y'all opinion. Do this sound believable to y'all? Because that's the thing, y'all. Law and crime. They always talk about these lawsuits, but they don't never read the whole lawsuit. They just give you snippets. You know, just give you little snippets of what's being alleged. And I think they're doing a serious disservice by doing that. God damn. How far back that shit is. I don't remember it being this far back. Hold on, y'all. John Potts face. Whole lot. I'm too far down. Yeah, well, I went too far down. Hold up. Somehow I missed it. Prosecutors. Body. Real suspect. Male actor. 17-year-old. All right, look, let's read this one. Let's read this one. We're gonna read two of them. So this lawsuit is filed by... Who filed this lawsuit? I'm sure. Oh, Tony Busby. So this is one of Tony Busby's 120 lawsuits. Let's read this. Can y'all see this? This case seeks compensatory and punitive damages for sexual assault of a 17-year-old victim, which occurred at a 4th of July party at defendant Sean Combs' residence in New York. The conduct described herein is shockingly typical of how defendant Combs conducted himself for many years. Many individuals and entities facilitated and conspired with this abhorrent conduct. Sean Combs believes he is above the law. He is not. All right. Listen, for decades, Sean Combs, a.k.a. P. Diddy, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, abused, molested, assaulted, threatened, and coerced men, women, minors, and others for sexual gratification, to assert dominance, and to conceal his abhorrent conduct. He accomplished these acts by and through a criminal enterprise built on his success as a rapper, record producer, record executive. Combs is one of the wealthiest musical artists in the world. Behind the facade of being a 3-time Grammy Award winner, discovering and developing multiple famous musical artists, and ranking on Forbes' list of the highest paid entertainers in the world, there existed something sinister, a dark underbelly of crime, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, bribery, and prostitution. Combs is a menace to society, women, and children. While his wealth has kept him above consequences for years, Combs now faces the awesome power of the American judicial system and ultimately a jury of his peers, who will be asked to punish him for his deplorable conduct described herein. All right, so let's get to the factual allegations. Listen to this. All right. Hit that like button, yo. Share it live. So this is good. We read all this in other videos. So if y'all want to know what I'm skipping, it's other videos where we read all of this. All right, so listen. These are the factual allegations. Everybody can see. On or around July 4th, 2004, plaintiff, a 17-year-old model at the time, attended a modeling gig in Manhattan. Afterwards, she was approached by 2 men in a dark SUV. The men gave her a flyer for a party happening later that evening. Plaintiff decided to go to the party and dialed the number on the flyer. Shortly after, a car picked her and a friend up, and brought them to the party. Red flag. So on this flyer, they had a limousine company that this flyer came with. We're gonna give you the flyer and we pick you up. Like, how many people had those type of flyers before? How many people been to a party where they had a flyer where so you can call the number on the flyer and they send a sedan service to you? Is that a thing, or do you got to get there on your own? How many people been to something like that, or even heard of that type of shit? Just random people though. We just picking up everybody. Anybody got a flyer getting picked up? Do that sound believable to people? Let's continue. So shortly after, a car picked her and her friend up and brought them to the party. The party turned out to be one of defendant Combs' infamous 4th of July parties at his estate in the Hamptons. Combs' Hampton parties regularly attracted A-list celebrities from across the entertainment, fashion, and business worlds. And this one was no different. The event was lavishly decorated, featured live music performances, and boasted top-tier food and beverages, an atmosphere of opulence and luxury, full of celebrities. Many unsuspecting individuals like plaintiff were recruited to attend these parties. Some of this recruitment, as with plaintiff, took place in Manhattan. When plaintiff arrived, Combs' staff at the front door required her to hand over her phone, her purse and her phone prior to entering. Plaintiff recognized numerous celebrities in attendance as she walked around the party. Service circulated through the room of the mansion with a tray of drinks, and plaintiff decided to have one. Shortly after drinking it, plaintiff began to feel lightheaded and disoriented. So, think about this, y'all. So, what's the odds she just happened to pick up a drink that was laced? Or was all the drinks laced? So, at this party, the server was walking around with just a tray of laced drinks. A tray of laced drinks? Okay. Shortly after drinking it, plaintiff began to feel lightheaded and disoriented. Based on information and belief, Combs, by himself or through his agents, employees, previously laced the drinks with drugs, including but not limited to GHB and or ecstasy. This behavior toward plaintiff mimics a pattern of Combs and his agents, employees, drugging unsuspecting victims in order to make it easier for Combs to sexually assault that person. Unfortunately, plaintiff was one such victim. A photo of an example container used by Combs and his agents. So they just put this photo there. It really means nothing because that's just an example of what they are saying that Combs used. There's not no proof that he actually used this. There ain't no proof that he actually did anything. They just saying if he did spike drinks, this is what he used. Just there to add credence, but it really don't mean nothing. As she grew increasingly disoriented, plaintiff searched for a place to sit. She stumbled to a couch and promptly lost consciousness. When she awoke, plaintiff's underwear was missing. She felt throbbing pains in her vagina and butt area. And read that again. As she grew increasingly disoriented, plaintiff searched for a place to sit. She stumbled to a couch and promptly lost consciousness. So she just fell on the couch and went to sleep. When she awoke, her underwear was off, and she felt pain in her private area. At this point, plaintiff was alone, and she could not find the friend who had accompanied her to the party. What happened to the friend? Now, women, y'all know when y'all go out, y'all don't separate from each other. Y'all be in that bitch damn near holding hands. So the whole time she drunk, she walked over to the couch by herself. Her friend never went. That don't sound like a friend to me. And however long she was there, the friend never came to check on her. Her friend just sat that back and allowed her to be sexually assaulted. So at this point, plaintiff was alone, and she could not find a friend who had accompanied her to the party. In a state of panic, she began hyperventilating and crying. Combs and his two bodyguards approached plaintiff and threatened her. Combs told plaintiff that she would be in danger if she spoke about what had occurred, stating that he ran New York and would ruin her. At this point, plaintiff recognized that at least Combs had sexually assaulted her while she was unconscious. She feared for her life. Yo. So she woke up with nobody around, and Diddy just popped up out of nowhere and took accountability. So she was out of it, and he just came out of nowhere and basically just took accountability for sexually assaulting this girl. People believe that. Not saying so. If he was moving like that, he would want nobody to know. If she was totally out of it and she just woke up, why would he then introduce himself as a suspect? Like, yeah, it's possible I could have did that. And how does she remember all of this when she was so disoriented? She don't remember nothing else but Combs telling her this. Plaintiff was coerced into agreeing not to contact the police in exchange for a return of her purse and phone. She agreed out of fear of what would happen if she did not. Combs' security team then escorted plaintiff out of Combs' estate into a car Look, and then after that, she got dropped off by Diddy Peoples, dropping her off at a Hedge Inn in East Hampton. Plaintiff was taken to the hotel alone, and she did not see her friend again for 2 days. Get the fuck out of here. So the friend just never came, never called on her, never checked on her, nothing. Nothing. The friend just was like, fuck it. I don't know what happened to her. We went to the club together and she disappeared. We left alone. Like your women. Come on now. Y'all know y'all do not move like that in a club setting. It been times when I was young trying to holler at girl. Man, women won't even let you holler at their friend. The fuck they be cock blocking and all that, hating and everything. Hell no. I go wherever she go. Back in the day, I done had a girl tell me that before. Like, God damn, what the fuck, she your motherfucking maker? Exactly. We come together, we leave together. Well, in this case, they didn't just not leave together. She ain't talked to the girl for 2 days. Out of fear of retaliation, plaintiff did not file a police report or seek medical attention. In the aftermath of the assault, plaintiff experienced and continues to experience intense emotional pain and mental health issues, including post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, and anxiety. All right, so let's go to another one. That ain't even the one I was looking for. Let's go to Diddy Halloween party. This is another Tony Busby lawsuit. This is another Busby claim. This supposed to happen at a Halloween party, and we'll find out. All right. I'm trying to get to it. Jurisdiction. All right. Here go one. In 2001, plaintiff, who was 18 years old at the time, and her cousin attended a Halloween party held at Club New York in Manhattan. Combs' entourage also attended the party and provided drinks to plaintiff and her friends throughout the night. During the Halloween party, one of Combs' security guards escorted plaintiff and two friends to a large black SUV limousine parked within the distance of the club, within walking distance of the club. They entered the vehicle and saw Combs sitting in the back. At least 6 members of Combs' security team were also in the limousine. One of the men handed plaintiff a drink. Minutes later, she began feeling dizzy, intoxicated, and disoriented. She felt as though she was unable to control her own actions. Based on information and belief, Combs, by himself or through his agents, employees, previously laced the drinks with drugs, including but not limited to GHB or ecstasy. This behavior toward plaintiff mimics a pattern of Combs and his agents, employees, drugging unsuspecting victims in order to make it easier for Combs to sexually assault that person. Unfortunately, plaintiff was one such victim. Combs ordered plaintiff to perform oral on him. Combs ordered plaintiff to perform oral sex on one of the security guards. In turn, the security guard ordered plaintiff to remove her shirt. The guard fondled plaintiff's breast and forced her head into the mouth of, you see the word. Combs then ordered plaintiff and 2 other women to take turns performing oral on each of the other men. Drugged, scared, and confined among numerous men, plaintiff did as Combs and his security guards ordered. Combs called women profanities as he degradingly sprayed champagne all over them as they performed these sexual acts against their will. Against their will? Ultimately, Combs forced plaintiff to perform oral sex on himself, which she did. Thereafter, Combs and security staff allowed plaintiff and the other women to leave. Plaintiff struggled to exit the vehicle and suffered from a splitting head as she made her way back to VIP section of the nightclub, where she subsequently passed out. When she awoke the following morning, she was at a friend's house without any recollection of how she arrived. So how the fuck she remember this shit? Come on now. She remember all of that, but then at the end, she don't remember nothing. She remember giving everybody head, say she was forced. But at the end, she don't remember anything. Y'all want to continue reading? I'm looking for a certain one. These are the 120 lawsuits that Bisbee is filing. I'm trying to find the one the one with the remote control. "13-year-old girl." We know we read that one. These are two type of people involved. Alright. Here you go. Remote control lawsuit. This is another Tony Busby lawsuit, y'all. Trigger warning. Oh, is this Tony Busby? Oh, no, this the girl, Ariel Mitchell. This the other girl that's coming up with all these lawsuits. This the girl that said that it's sex tapes being shopped around. And they got alright, so look. Factual allegations. Now this was a little long, y'all. So we're gonna take turns with this. I'm gonna let the Wisconsin read first.
Puff raped Ashley. Page 7 of 62. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hold on, man.
Puff.
There we go.
Plaintiff met defendant Shane in February 2018 after an altercation with another man at a bar, and defendant Shane came to plaintiff's rescue. 27. While outside the bar with friends and other patrons, defendant Shane FaceTime video called defendant Diddy and was showing people defendant Diddy in the video on his phone, attempting to impress the people with his famous friend. 28. That defendant Shane then showed plaintiff defendant Diddy on his video call, which plaintiff ignored, stating she was not impressed by him knowing defendant Diddy.
That should go too fast.
Because she believed defendant Diddy had something to do with the murder of rapper Tupac Shakur. 29. Visible in the FaceTime call was defendant Diddy and some of his children, including his sons Christian and Quincy. It appeared from the plaintiff's perspective defendant Diddy was having a get-together at his home during the time of the FaceTime call with defendant Shane. 30. That defendant Diddy heard plaintiff's statement and made a remark that plaintiff would pay for her statement regarding Tupac and overall dismissal of defendant Diddy. 31. That on March 23rd, 2018, defendant Shane invited plaintiff over to his home to assist him with his cancer medications because he stated he was weak and unable to open his medications.
Upon plaintiff arrival, defendant Shane informed plaintiff that he wanted to give her a ride in his new car. Plaintiff and defendant Shane left his residence for a brief period and then returned. Why Shane don't have a last name? Once they returned, defendant Shane left the door to his apartment partially open It stated that the door was ajar because there was an issue with the door where it couldn't close completely. So the guy's living in a house where a door don't close. But there's somebody close to Diddy. So what is he, a broke friend? Defendant Shane was renting an apartment on the lower floor of a home in Orinda, California. Defendant Shane had a separate interest into his residence that led to the backyard of the home. The home also had a main entrance on Loma Vista Drive. Defendant Shane rented the home from a woman who lived in the upstairs portion of the home and had 2 dogs who resided with her. She remember all of this. Plaintiff and Defendant Shane then began to watch a movie, and Defendant Shane offered her a glass of water, which he retrieved and brought back to plaintiff. Approximately 10 minutes after plaintiff and Defendant Shane returned from their drive, Defendant Diddy entered Defendant Shane's residence. Defendant Diddy entered the home in a grand, ready-to-party manner. His grandiose entrance was so loud that the dogs upstairs began barking. Defendant Diddy did not enter the home through the back entrance. Defendant Diddy did not enter the home through the backyard entrance, but instead through the main entrance. Along with Defendant Diddy were his bodyguards, Defendant Doe 1, a woman who plaintiff later identified as Defendant KK. So he had a female bodyguard. Another woman, small, skinny built, early 30s, with a blonde, mid-length hair, who plaintiff has still been unable to identify, Jane Doe, Defendant Doe 2, who upon information and belief is a friend of defendants Shane and Diddy, and Defendant Diddy's driver, Doe 3, who remained outside in his vehicle during the duration of plaintiff's assault.
Puff raped Ashley with her. Plaintiff believes defendant Shane invited her over to set her up to be assaulted by defendant Diddy because of the statement she made about defendant Diddy a month prior. 43, that upon defendant Diddy's arrival, he immediately began to antagonize the plaintiff, stating that she thought she would never see him in person, pay for her statements about Tupac during the video call, and that defendant Diddy caught plaintiff.
So all of this, y'all, is because Diddy called defendant Shane, and when she asked who he was talking to, he said Diddy. And Diddy supposed to overheard her saying that didn't he the one that killed Tupac? So Diddy is enraged and highly upset because of that statement. So if you let her tell it, Diddy did all of this because she asked defendant Shane that Diddy killed Tupac.
Plaintiff. 44, that plaintiff was in shock, as she never believed that she would ever see or meet defendant Diddy in real life, let alone in the small apartment rented by defendant Shane. 45, that defendant Diddy then began advancing towards where plaintiff was sitting on defendant Shane's bed with a knife, and held it to the right side of plaintiff's face and threatened to give her a Glasgow smile in retaliation for her previous statements on the video call.
He was going to give her a Glasgow smile for saying that. Wow. Defendant KK told defendant Diddy that she did not think giving plaintiff a Glasgow smile would be advantageous to their potential clients, who they could sell plaintiff for sex to. So this is a sex worker, y'all. Defendant KK then made a threat to plaintiff that they could ship her off anywhere in the world and that she would never see her family or anyone she knew ever again. Defendant Shane then partially undressed plaintiff. Then defendant Diddy removed the remainder of plaintiff's clothing, removing the knife from her face, and then retrieved a bottle of liquid with a large fanny pack. Defendant Diddy then squirted a bottle of liquid on plaintiff, which placed her in a fear that she was being squirted with a chemical substance like acid. Plaintiff soon realized the substance was an oil lubricant. Plaintiff was squirted with this liquid substance over the entirety of her naked body. Defendant KK was then told by defendant Diddy to insert what looked like a syringe from a sterile packaging into plaintiff V. Defendant KK did as told, and then told defendant Diddy that she was unable to use the IUD because it had permanently been released from its prematurely been released from its packaging. Defendant Diddy, upset by this, took the syringe from defendant KK and tried to inserting it in the plaintiff V instead. Defendant KK and Diddy began to argue as defendant KK continued to advise defendant Diddy that since the IUD had been prematurely released from its packaging, is no way they could insert it into the plaintiff VJ effectively. After some time, defendant Diddy heeded the advice of defendant KK and removed the syringe from the plaintiff V and handed it to defendant KK. Defendant KK and Jane Doe then exited defendant Shane's residence, leaving plaintiff alone with defendants Diddy, Shane, Doe's 1 and 2. Defendant Diddy then picked up a television remote that was near plaintiff and violently inserted it into the plaintiff. Defendant Diddy, while violently arguing plaintiff with a television remote, told plaintiff that her life was in his hands and that if he wanted, he could take her and she would never be seen again. Plaintiff began hysterically crying from the threats by defendant Diddy, along with the pain of being violently vaginally argued by defendant Diddy with the television remote, as well as the lingering pain from the ordeal with the IUD syringe insertion. Defendant Diddy then instructed defendant Shane to turn plaintiff on her stomach, seemingly tired of hearing the plaintiff's blood-curdling cries. Mind you, this is in an apartment. This is in an apartment. They got Doug's upstairs. Yo, Doug's hearing is very sensitive. It would have been a whole lot of barking. Man, you think all this is going on with an apartment with Doug's upstairs? Negative. Defendant Shane then grabbed plaintiff by her abdomen and hips and turned plaintiff on her stomach. Defendant Diddy then instructed defendant Shane to put a pillow over her head because he didn't want to see her face or hear her cries, and instructed defendant Shane to anally R plaintiff.
Puff raped Ashley. Defendant Shane did as he was told by defendant Diddy and began to anally rape plaintiff. 61. Defendant Diddy then violently raped plaintiff anally after defendant Shane. 62. Defendant Doe 2 then joined defendant.
Defendant Doe 2 then joined defendants Diddy and Shane, taking turn. See the word. Immediately after defendant Doe argued plaintiff, he exited defendant Shane's residence. Defendant Doe 2, he left the residence. Defendant Diddy then instructed defendants Doe 1 to also argue plaintiff. Yo, this is for once, she sounded like a sex worker. This sounds like a woman that came to do a job. Instead of immediately arguing plaintiff, defendant Doe 1 doused plaintiff with more oil lubricant and then jumped on top of plaintiff naked and oiled body, treating it like a slip and slide and knocking the wind out of plaintiff due to his enormous size. So after that, defendant Doe 1 threw more baby oil on her and then jumped on her and knocked the wind out of her. Defendant Doe then caught himself from sliding over plaintiff's oiled body and off the bed. Then he began arguing the plaintiff. While defendant Doe was arguing plaintiff, defendant Diddy sat in a chair near the bed and began doing what he was doing while recording plaintiff R by defendant Doe 1. Another party's phone fell on the bed near plaintiff. Plaintiff then attempted to grab the phone, but it slipped out of her hand and onto the floor due to the oil lubricant that had been doused all over her persons by defendants Diddy and Doe 1. Defendant Diddy began laughing at plaintiff attempt to grab the phone. Throughout this violent gangbang style R, defendant Diddy made constant belittling remarks remarks to plaintiff, including that he owned her now. Plaintiff's body was becoming more and more limp over the course of the violent hour until eventually she had no control over her body, nor could she move her body. When defendant Doe 1 finished arguing plaintiff, defendant KK entered the room to examine the condition of plaintiff, who was barely able to move or control her bodily functions. Defendant KK examined plaintiff to see if she needed assistance and was about to give plaintiff an IV fluid. Plaintiff cannot be certain if she did or did not receive such intravenous intervention. Defendant KK then opened a different bag, different than the one defendant Diddy removed the oil from, where plaintiff observed several medicine bottles, IV fluid bags, and other unidentifiable powder-like drugs. Defendant KK then removed a pill from one of the medicine bottles and gave it to defendant Diddy. Defendant Diddy then inserted the pill into plaintiff's mouth and down her throat to where plaintiff had no choice but to ingest the unknown pill. Defendant Diddy, Shane, KK, and Doe 1 then exited the residence to the backyard where they smoked marijuana and cigarettes. Defendant remained in an almost lifeless state in defendant Shane's bedroom until she finally regained her bodily functions. Plaintiff then began looking for her clothes and her purse that contained her car keys and cell phone, but could not discover them in the room or anywhere in the apartment. Plaintiff was only able to find a t-shirt on the floor, which she put on to cover her naked body. Plaintiff also observed a black condom wrapper on the floor of the bedroom, which she assumed to be used by one of the defendants, most likely defendant Diddy. How is it most likely him? Defendant then grabbed a knife from the kitchen and hid it to the backyard where the defendants were smoking, as that was the only way to exit the premises onto the street. Plaintiff concealed the knife on her left side as she exited the apartment to the backyard area. Upon coming to the exit of the home, which led to the backyard, plaintiff was met by defendant Doe 1, who was standing at the door between the residence and the backyard. By the time plaintiff was able to compose herself and come to the backyard, defendant KK was no longer in the backyard, but upstairs on the patio balcony with defendant Jane Doe. Defendant Doe 1 allowed plaintiff to walk to the backyard where defendants Shane and Diddy were still smoking. Defendant Doe 1 did not see the knife that plaintiff concealed on her left side, as it was obstructed by the oversized t-shirt plaintiff was wearing. Plaintiff observed defendants Diddy still partially nude from the assault, while defendants Shane and Doe 1 had on their clothing. Defendant Shane then left to the upstairs portion of the patio balcony where defendants KK and Jane Doe were already situated. Plaintiff then sat down on a makeshift seat in the backyard where defendants Diddy noticed her presence and remarked that he was surprised she was able to walk because he had given her enough drugs to take out a horse. Plaintiff then asked defendant Diddy what he gave her, and he laughed and did not provide a response. Defendant Diddy then made further comments to plaintiff in a jovial, friendly manner, asking her why hadn't they partied together before, because it was so much fun, and he hadn't had any ass that in a while. Defendant Doe 1 then quipped at defendant Diddy that he probably hadn't had any that tight because he's not used to having anal sex with women, which defendant Diddy and Doe 1 laughed at. So that was her response. Her response was he probably hadn't had any that tight because he's not used to having anal sex with women, basically implying that he's used to having sex with men. Plaintiff then told defendant Diddy she did not party with him, and she did not enjoy partying with him, and that he awed her. Defendant Diddy did not like plaintiff's response to the lighthearted commentary and offered plaintiff money and instructed plaintiff to say that the violent awe was consensual and that plaintiff was a sex worker. Plaintiff became enraged and yelled at defendant Diddy that her awe was not consensual. She was not a sex worker, and she refused to take any money from him and would tell the police that he had awed her. All right, I'm gonna let them read the rest.
62. Defendant Diddy then told plaintiff no one would ever believe she had been raped by him, and if she did tell anyone, such that they would harm her family. 94 to defendant Doe 1 then showed plaintiff his phone, which looked as if it was the outside of plaintiff's estranged sister's residence, as she could see her sister sitting on the couch and her sister's spouse on the balcony. It looked as if someone was outside the residence streaming this video to defendant Doe 1's phone. 95 plaintiff, while rattled by what she was seeing on defendant Doe 1's phone, was still angry about being gang raped and was not complying with defendant Diddy's request to take the money being offered to say the rape was consensual. 96 that defendant Diddy then called his mother in an effort to further convince plaintiff not to report her assault. Defendant Diddy's mother yelled at plaintiff to not hurt her son. Plaintiff told defendant Diddy's mother that her son had violently raped. Plaintiff, defendant Diddy's mother, seemingly unfazed by the statement then, continued her demands with plaintiff to take the money being offered and not report the rape to law enforcement. Case 3:24, CV 07191 document 1 filed October. Puff raped Ashley. Defendant Diddy then made further threats that he had gotten off from bigger crimes than this and referred to Tupac again, further antagonizing plaintiff. 98 that defendant Doe 1 then turned to defendant Diddy and pulled his gun on him, asking him to repeat what he said in reference to Tupac. 99.S, the two of them were exchanging words. Plaintiff went behind to...
Look, so now, somebody that came with Diddy, now him and Diddy is beefing. Because Diddy referenced Tupac. Yo, listen to these. These stories sound crazy, y'all. Sound crazy. But the whole world is running around with this narrative because they haven't read the lawsuits. They haven't read the lawsuits. So they just running what mainstream media is saying. Or their favorite blogger is saying. Defendant Doe 1 then turned to defendant Diddy and pulled his gun on him, asking him to repeat what he referenced to Tupac. To repeat what he said in reference to Tupac. As the two of them were exchanging words, plaintiff went behind defendant Doe 1, where he seemingly began to protect plaintiff. Now Doe 1 is protecting the girl. Defendant Doe 1 then advanced to defendant Diddy, questioning him over the comments he made about Tupac. During this commotion, a neighbor directly across the street came outside and peered into the backyard, asking what all the commotion was about. Defendant Doe 1 then pointed the gun at the neighbor and instructed him to mind his business and return to his residence. Defendant Doe 1 then turned the gun back onto defendant Diddy. So while he turned the gun to the plaintiff, Diddy just stood there and waited for his turn. Defendant Doe 1 then turned the gun back on to defendant Diddy. And this is a person that was heavily drugged. This is a person that was heavily drugged. She remember all of this shit. Plaintiff, not far behind defendant Doe 1, tried to grab defendant Doe 1's hand that had the gun. The gun then went off and hit a hill behind defendant Shane's residence. Now a gunshot just was fired. Defendant Diddy then ran up the back stone stairs near the hill in the backyard toward where defendant KK, Shane, Jane Doe were. Plaintiff charged toward defendant Diddy, moving the concealed knife from her left hand to her right hand in pursuit of defendant Diddy. Now she's chasing Diddy with a knife, y'all. After the gunshot went off, shit got crazy. Now she's chasing Diddy with the knife. Plaintiff then pushed defendant Diddy from behind, while on the stone stairs outside, causing him to fall with his back to the plaintiff. Plaintiff then raised the knife in a rage from the events that transpired, and with the intent of driving the knife into defendant Diddy's back, when he turned around and began pleading for his life. So now she ready to kill Diddy. Diddy is pleading for his life. Plaintiff, shocked now to see defendant Diddy acting as a victim, had a moment of clarity and then turned and ran down the outdoor stone staircase back to the backyard to escape. Defendant Diddy then chased plaintiff down the stairs and attempted to push her, but she was already at the bottom of the stairs and gained her footing in wielding the knife at defendant Diddy, grazing his abdomen. So she stabbed him. Hearing the commotion, defendant KK and Jane Doe emerged, and defendant KK then began administering first aid to defendant Diddy for the injuries caused by plaintiff. Plaintiff tried to make a quick dash for the exit, but it was thwarted by defendant Doe 1. After a period of time, plaintiff was able to abscond from defendant Doe 1 so now this defendant Doe 1 pulled the gun out on Diddy. She thought that he was saving her, but now she trying to run, and the same guy that saved her stopped her. After a period of time, plaintiff was able to abscond from defendant Doe 1 due to the first aid commotion with defendant Diddy, and was able to run down the street. Listen to this though, y'all. It get wilder. Once plaintiff made it onto the street, she began yelling loudly for someone to call the police. Defendant Doe 1, who had now caught up with plaintiff, now the same person that just was ready to shoot Diddy is chasing her down. Defendant Doe 1, who had caught up with the plaintiff, advised plaintiff that he was an undercover cop. Jesus Christ. So he was the police the whole time. The police. The motherfucking police, y'all. To this day, plaintiff is unsure of the truth or falsity of that statement. The same neighbor then again emerged from his residence asking what was transpiring. Just as plaintiff was attempting to answer, gunshots began fired. Gunshots began being fired in plaintiff direction. Yo, now he's shooting at her. Now he's shooting at her, y'all. In front of the witness. The ex-cop. Or the so-called cop is shooting at her in front of the witness. Plaintiff fled to a car near where the neighbor was also taking cover and lost sight of defendant Doe 1. Plaintiff then heard an SUV screeching and speeding, leaving the residence. Plaintiff then entered the home of the neighbor, who informed her that he had already called the police. Plaintiff informed the neighbor that it was Sean Combs who had awed her and shot at them, but the neighbor was unaware who defendant Diddy was. How the fuck she know Diddy shot at him? I thought Doe 1 shot. So what, Diddy shot at all three of them? All right, let's go back, y'all. Hold up, we gotta go back. The same neighbor then emerged again, then again emerged from his residence asking what was transpiring. Just as plaintiff was attempted to answer, gunshots began being fired in plaintiff direction. Plaintiff fled to a car near where the neighbor was also taking cover and lost sight of defendant Doe 1. All right, so now she's saying Diddy is shooting at Diddy's shooting at everybody. He's shooting at the guy that he came with. That's the ex-police officer or is a police officer. He's shooting at her and he's shooting at the neighbor. Plaintiff then heard a SUV screeching and speeding, leaving the residence. Plaintiff then entered the home of the neighbor, who informed her that he had already called the police. Plaintiff informed the neighbor that it was Sean Combs who had awed her and shot at them, but the neighbor was unaware who defendant Diddy was. Shortly thereafter, a sheriff from the Contra Costa Sheriff Department arrived at the neighbor's home. Plaintiff told the sheriff she had been violently gang-awed by defendant Diddy and others, and that she did not leave her clothes. That she did not have her clothes, purse, phone, car keys. Hold up. Phone, purse, car keys, or cell phone. How the fuck they mentioned the cell phone or phone twice? So why she ain't mentioned defendant Shane? That's the person she knew. She knew the Shane guy, but she didn't mention Shane. She just mentioned Diddy. The sheriff told plaintiff and the neighbor that they had received several noise complaints prior to the neighbor calls and instructed plaintiff to find a way to get home. Yo, the police told her to find a way to get home. After she just told her she just got raped and shot at. That's what the police told her. The sheriff did not offer to take plaintiff home, nor did he call for emergency services, including an ambulance, nor any offer to take plaintiff to the hospital, nor any offer to help plaintiff recover her clothes or effects from defendant Shane's residence. The neighbor offered to let plaintiff sleep on his couch until she could figure out a way to get her possessions and get home. But plaintiff declined and only remained at the neighbor's residence for a short period of time once the sheriff left. Plaintiff then went back to defendant Shane's residence, where she found the door open and her clothes were readily accessible in his residence. So after all that, she went back to the house and they just had her clothes just sitting out front with the door open. Defendant Shane then emerged as if nothing had transpired and offered for plaintiff to stay at his residence while she slept it off. Yo, what the fuck? Plaintiff asked for her purse and her keys, but defendant Shane told her she shouldn't leave in her condition, and plaintiff catatonic and in a state of shock and disbelief of the events that transpired, stayed at defendant Shane's home while defendant Shane left the home. So she stayed at the house. Nikki, it get worse. Hey, we ain't done there. We ain't done there. This shit get worse. Later that morning, defendant Shane returned to the residence and woke plaintiff up and finally gave her back her purse, cell phone, and keys. And plaintiff left defendant's residence. In the days, plaintiff returned home and tried to make sense out of what had happened to her. On March 26, 2018, plaintiff contacted her primary care doctor and asked for an HIV and STD test in fear of possibly having contracted a disease from her violent R. Plaintiff tried to continue her life as she felt she wouldn't be believed, as plaintiff already had told Contra Costa Sheriff Department that he R'd her to no avail. Further, plaintiff was under the impression if she did continue to say defendant Diddy's name in relation to her assault, she would not be believed and her family would be in danger. Seemingly mere days, maybe even the day before plaintiff Vicious R, defendant Shane had miraculously begun driving a new car. Plaintiff believed this was a payment by defendant Diddy for setting up plaintiff to be R'd. A few weeks later, in April 2018, plaintiff, still in pain and reeling from the horrific assault, went to the hospital as her injuries had not subsided from the assault. The hospital conducted several tests on plaintiff, including an R kit, ultrasound, and x-rays. Additionally, plaintiff was given IV fluids to stabilize her vitals as she was in severe weakened state from being unable to eat and losing a substantial amount of weight since the R occurred. While at the hospital, plaintiff told members of her treatment team about her horrific assault, and they then contacted the Walnut Creek police. Walnut Creek police showed up to plaintiff hospital room and took a statement regarding her assault on March 23rd. Plaintiff had already told Contra Costa Sheriff about her R, in that it was defendant Diddy who orchestrated it on March 23rd, 2018. So how many days apart this is? March 23rd, we in April now. So we're in April. Okay. Plaintiff declined to refer defendant Diddy again to Wall Creek. All right, hold up. Plaintiff had already told Contra Costa Sheriff about her R, in that it was defendant Diddy who orchestrated it on March 23rd, 2018, which was ignored. Plaintiff declined to refer to defendant Diddy again to Walnut Creek police because she believed she would be ignored by the Walnut Creek police just as she was by Contra Costa County Sheriff, and or would be further harmed by defendant Diddy if he discovered she named him to the police. So she didn't tell Walnut Creek police that Diddy raped her. Plaintiff only told Walnut Creek police about the assault from defendants Shane and defendant Doe 2. But she didn't tell the Contra Costa police about defendant Shane. She said it was she just blamed it all on Diddy. Plaintiff believes her statements made to Walnut Creek police while at the hospital were captured by police body camera footage. Plaintiff further believes her statements made to the Contra Costa sheriff on March 23rd, immediately after the vicious assault, where plaintiff named defendant Diddy directly and by name, was captured by police body camera footage. Plaintiff also filed a report to the Orinda Police Department on April 17th, 2018, but again was too afraid to name defendant Diddy as one of her assailants. During this report, plaintiff provided her clothing to the police from the night of the assault, but they only retained her underwear. To date, the underwear was never returned, and plaintiff believes no investigation ever commenced. Yo, these are the lawsuits, man. These are the lawsuits. So now, since we got the lawsuits out the way, let's check out the documentary.
And the very foundation you've built your belief system on crumbles beneath you.
It should have already been over, Big Lo. That happened in 2018, Big Lo. It should have already been over.
A kingdom on mortals, a figure that embodied hustle, success, and cultural power. He wasn't just a man, he was a symbol. The Bad Boy Records empire, his billion-dollar deals with Diego and Revolt TV, his Lifetime Achievement Awards.
This one of them YouTube created channels, y'all, where it's not no real voice. They making these channels to take away from content creators like me and others that's organic. They trying to send the money to these channels because it go back in their pockets.
These were the bricks in the fortress of a legacy that seemed impenetrable.
Oh yeah,
here's the thing about legacy. It's fragile. All it takes is one crack, one accusation, and suddenly the whole structure collapses, like a house of cards. You see, for years we believed in the myth of Diddy. We wanted to believe in the fairy tale of his rise from nothing to everything, a narrative of grit, hustle, and endless success. But now we're confronted with a darker truth. The allegations that have surfaced, stories of sexual assault, abuse, and manipulation are like a cold splash of water to the face. And it's forcing us to ask, what happens when the hero of the story is revealed as the villain all along?
First, Diddy did some things. I'm just saying them lawsuits are frivolous. Them lawsuits are frivolous. They sound crazy. It sounds like movies. None of them sound believable. None of them sound believable.
This is the story of Sean Combs, a man who rose to unimaginable heights only to have it all.
I don't like doing videos like this, yo. I like being on camera. Like, you know, you gotta these videos done like this. They writing them. You know, they write down what they're gonna say. Then they just play videos. I don't like that. I'd rather be on camera.
By piece. And like any good story, it's about to get a lot more complicated. Sean John Combs was born on November 4th, 1969, in the Harlem neighborhood of New York City. He was raised by his mother, Janice Combs, after his father, Melvin Earl Combs, was murdered in 1974 when he was just 3 years old.
Yeah, Big Lower, where the body cam footage at?
Combs was a big drug dealer for Harlem mobsters and ultimately died in a drug deal gone wrong.
Man.
Meanwhile, Janice took on 3 jobs: as a teacher, substitute teacher, and escort. As an escort, it's been reported that Janice would take her clients back home and have sex with them in front of Diddy, exposing him to adult activity at an early age, which makes you think, is this where the idea of freak-offs subconsciously came to Diddy? Furthermore, upon looking at the dynamic of Janice and Diddy on camera, it does make you think if this is a normal mother and son relationship.
No, there's no proof Diddy did anything to Diddy. I mean, the Bieber, y'all. Like, where y'all? Has Bieber ever confirmed these allegations? Has Bieber ever said that? Yeah, their mother son relationship is has Bieber ever said that Diddy did anything to him?
Furthermore, upon looking at the dynamic of Janice and Diddy on camera, it does make you think if this is a normal mother and son relationship. Over the years, Combs has gone by various names, including
he said his name?
P. Diddy, and Love, which he legally made his middle name in 2021. He earned the nickname Puffy in high school because of his habit of puffing out his chest to make his body seem bigger. Combs majored.
I thought Diddy gave him the name Puffy because he catch attitudes. That's what Choke No Joke said. So which one is the truth? Yo, man, y'all believe in anything, man. What one girl? What one girl y'all talking about? There's no one girl, man. Like, are these y'all crazy as motherfucker, man. Let's check it out though.
In business administration at Howard University, producing weekly dance parties and running an airport shuttle service while attending classes. He dropped out to pursue an internship at Uptown Records, which led to a talent director position. Combs repeatedly rose to the level of vice president and had success producing several key artists for Uptown, but left the company in the early 1990s due to being fired from Andre Harrell.
I let Puff go. For the whole time he was let go, he was always on payroll. I never stopped paying him until he found his next spot. His artists were always still getting per diem. Because I didn't do it to hurt him, but I knew it was time for him to grow.
In 1993, Combs started his own record company, Bad Boy Records.
I named it Bad Boy because I wanted to go against the grain. Anytime you go against the grain, they consider you like kind of bad. Nothing negative, nothing like hardcore.
Yeah, I'm sure Diddy likes to party, man. I think people could. Diddy likes to party. You know what I mean? He done some freaky shit. Yo, but freaky shit shouldn't get you you shouldn't be facing life in prison for being a freak. You know what I mean? Like he done some freaky shit, man. I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure he used his money to influence people. I'm sure he probably done paid for some things. Yo, but with this children shit, like there's no proof in that. There's no proof in that, man. I just did a whole lot of reading. Fuck you was that?
Just make money.
I just read 3 lawsuits.
And here's the thing. Bad Boy Records wasn't just a record label. It was a revolution. Combs had this vision to reshape the sound of hip-hop. And with Biggie Smalls at his side, he did just
what they doing, Felicia.
The hits came like an unstoppable wave. Juicy, Big Papa, Mo Money, Mo Problems. Suddenly, Sean Puffy Combs wasn't just making music. He was creating culture. He became a legend, not just because of his talents, but because of his belief that he could be more than just an
Look, so I did, let me say this, right? I did a video, right, exploring the Usher situation, exploring the Bieber situation. We did it on live. And Bieber mother was addicted to drugs. So this is my thing, right? So if it's people that's giving their children to the industry, right? And the industry is just having their way with them. That's a system, ain't it? Wouldn't that be a system? So if there is a system that gives their kids to this industry, why aren't they coming down on the system? Taking Diddy out the equation ain't stopping the system. Yo, I told y'all in one of the videos, the term justice delayed is justice denied. So if they're not doing this to kill a system, then what the fuck are they doing it for? What are they doing this for? Yo, we know Diddy's arrest is because of the lawsuit. I think everybody that got common sense understands that. It's because of the lawsuit. If the lawsuit, and I ain't talking about Cassie's, I'm talking about the lawsuit with the company he was suing. If Diddy never did that, Diddy wouldn't be in jail. Diddy is in jail for one victim. Do everybody understand that? Yeah, I know, Felicia, I agree with you. Do everybody understand there's only one victim in Diddy case? Not 2, not 3, not 5, just one. That victim allegedly is Cassie. Is everybody clear with that? Y'all do know it's not 120 victims in Diddy case. It's just one. And this one victim was a person he was in a 10-year relationship with. Do everybody understand that? Or we moving too fast? Do everybody understand that? Yo, let me know. Yo, put a 1 in the chat if we understand it's only one victim. Or do people think it's 17 victims in this case? You can't defend that. You can't stand on that business, bro. Don't do it. I'm talking about the system that's preying on these children. I'm talking about the fact that parents are giving their kids to the industry, knowing what the industry does to these children. I'm just saying, let's say everything is true. Who's to blame for that? Who's to blame for that? So, if Diddy did anything to Bieber, you can't lock up Diddy and not lock up his mother. How do you lock up Diddy and not lock up his mother? When there always been rumblings about what goes on in the industry. Y'all talked about quid pro quo. Favor for a favor. You know, you do this for me, I do this for you. Yo, who's the worst in that equation? The person that got the power or the person that's looking for the power? Who the worst? Because yo, you can't have one without the other. You can't have, let's say Diddy did all these things, all these people, Usher, Bieber. You can't have a Diddy without a person that's willing to do anything for power. Man, y'all not answering the questions, man. Yeah, Cloven Beats not answering the questions. Like, this is what I'm saying, because I'm trying to get to understanding with people. Like, man, y'all ain't answering the question because y'all see where I'm going at. Y'all see where I'm going at here. If they're not willing to break down the whole system, yo, then what the fuck are we doing? What is all this for? What is this whole Diddy thing for if they're not breaking down the whole system? Diddy ain't the system. Diddy just a fucking let's say he did these things. And I'm talking about the things that he haven't been charged with, because he only been charged with Cassie. Knocking off Diddy won't stop the system. The system is still going to keep going. So what is this for? What is the prosecution of Diddy for? The system is what's preying on these children. I'm just saying, let's say everything true. You know, I don't believe it is. But let's say everything true. Diddy did what he did to Bieber. He did these things to Usher. He did these things to all these children. Right? Think Diddy the only one? Is Diddy the only one? Flim flam, what it is? I know, Flim Flam. I'm just running with the narrative because this is what people want to hear. Nobody never. It's like, yo, y'all are putting charges on him that the people that I should never said Diddy did nothing to him. Y'all out here listening to Jane Dale. Jane Dale's a fucking y'all, this should be crazy, yo. Like, yo, y'all is really running around here listening to Chuck No Joke, Jane Dale, Jaguar Wright. And it's like, yo, there's no validity in what they're saying. Like, how can you listen to somebody that sat around and watched it? Sat around, watched it, knew what was going on, said nothing. Now, since they're not being paid anymore, now I seen this, I heard about that, I heard about this. Yo, why, if Jane Dale knows so much, why he's not a part of the federal investigation? You know why? Because all these things Jane Dale said he heard and know about, Diddy not arrested for none of it. Fuck, who believes, hey, Nikki, who believes the person? Say, Nikki, you got a homegirl, right? You're your homegirl fall out. Now you found out your homegirl is telling all your business. How do you look at that person after that? What do we call that person? Like, what? These are the people that we're taking information from. The friend that when you fall out, tell all your business, tell all your secrets. They tell all your secrets. Now, like, goddamn, like, what the fuck type friend you is? No, it don't make Diddy innocent, but it makes them not credible, because they wasn't talking when people wanted, when they wasn't talking when it was time to speak. When it was time to speak, when it was time to take a stand, when all these things was going on and you was around, they said nothing. They said nothing. Now, since I'm not paying you no more, or since I don't fuck with you no more, now I'm this, that, and the third. You can't trust me. I lie all the time. But when I was your friend, we was going out together. We was doing everything under the sun together. Now we ain't friends no more. Now I'm just this horrible human being. Like, what do we call that person? Is that person credible? Like, yo, since when have we started taking that person's word as anything other than what it was? He not, bro. We read the documents, Mo. Jane already said that Jane don't want to come to court. Jane Dale talked about it. He said, if feds ain't reach out to me. He said, he actually said, I haven't said anything about Diddy that can get him in trouble. I just said, I did a video on Jane Dale backtrack. He backtracked up. When Diddy got locked up, Jane Dale backtracked all his statements. I'm just telling y'all what I heard. You know, I ain't saying if it's true or not. Like, what? How you gonna say that to all these years? All these years you've been slandering this man's name. Now he locked up. Now you saying you don't know if they true or not. You just telling people what you heard. Like, yo, that's crazy, yo. Like, yo, YouTube need to do something about this shit, man. The police released that video. The police released that video. That was dirty. And the only reason the police used, yo, y'all gotta see how these people work. The police released the video of Diddy beating up Cassie because that's all they holding them on. That is their whole case. Because of this video, Diddy shouldn't be able to. Let me go. Let's go back to some documents. See, the problem is y'all don't read. Y'all ain't been to a page that go to the documents. Let me go back to Diddy last court hearing. Excuse me. Go back to Diddy last court hearing. Flim Flam, what it is, pimping? But Hey, Flim Flam. That document where Diddy was at court and they talked about the witnesses they had. What was that? That was the bail hearing? Was that the bail hearing? The fuck is that shit up? Durk. Hey, Flim Flam, you still watching? Trying to find Diddy the bond hearing. They even need motion. I think that's it right here. Yeah, police released that video. That was dirty. That's it. Yeah, I think that's it right here. All right, so let's read this, y'all. All right, let's read this. Hit that like button, y'all. Because everybody, see, that's what the problem is. Yeah, FBI released that video. That was dirty. Because that's all they got. And look, we ready to get into it right here. See, the problem is, y'all be following them channels, man. They don't read all the documents. They just be giving y'all portions. So they able to manipulate and they able to lie and to make shit up. I'm gonna let the computer read first. Then I'll pick it up.
Diddy renewed motion for... The government persuaded Judge Carter to detain Mr. Combs by claiming its video of an 8-year-old incident was evidence of sex trafficking and by making unsubstantiated claims of witness tampering. The defense rebutted those arguments through its own proffer, but lacked access to key evidence that could corroborate its rebuttal. Nearly 2 months later, much has changed. Most importantly, discovery produced after the initial bail hearing, some of it after this motion was filed, shows the narrative the government presented then was fictional. For instance, we now know that even before it arrested Mr. Combs, the government possessed confirming his account of the March 5th, 2016 incident at the Intercontinental Hotel. But instead of presenting that video to the court, the government submitted an altered video that omitted key scenes and presented events materially out of order. The prosecutors also claimed there was a second victim, but they have never interviewed her. In messages,
the prosecutors also claimed there was a second victim, but they have never interviewed her. And messages produced in discovery confirmed she was not a victim. Likewise, communication produced in discovery show Mr. Combs' contacts with witnesses were what the fuck is that word? Iniquitous. No. Innocuous, inconsistent with his right to participate in his defense by developing potential defense witnesses. The government's opposition brief confirms that bail should be granted. It spills much ink insisting the court lack authority to reopen the bail proceedings, even though the controlling authority clearly established the court ample. Hold up, I'm looking for something. It took full advantage of the detention order, scouring Mr. Combs' communications to try to find some actual evidence to substantiate its obstruction allegations. But once again, the government's theatric spin on evidence omits key context and creates a misleading picture. For instance, it makes much of Mr. Combs' contact with others, but is unable to point to any communication involving actual tampering efforts. And it omits key parts of conversations, which show that Mr. Combs was not pressuring anyone or telling anyone what to say about anything. Likewise, his allegations about MDC rule violations are false and overblown. There is no legitimate legal basis for continuing. All right. Argument. The government effort to disparage the significance of the new evidence supporting Mr. Combs' motion are nothing more than empty rhetoric. The evidence cited in Mr. Combs' motion fundamentally undermines the government prior representation as to the weight of the evidence and the nature and seriousness of the purported danger he presents. That is more than sufficient to demonstrate changed circumstances, which is satisfied by showing the strength of the primary evidence relied upon by the government to demonstrate danger and has been undermined by new information. All right, this is the part I wanted right here. Listen to this part, y'all.
Interviewed her, and messages produced in discovery confirm she was not a victim. Likewise, communications produced in discovery show Mr. Combs' contacts with witnesses were innocuous and consistent with his right to participate in his defense by developing potential defense witnesses. The government's opposition brief confirms that bail should be granted. It spills much ink insisting the court lacks authority to reopen the bail proceedings, even though the controlling authority clearly establishes the court's ample discretion to do so. The government also offers no response to many of the instead, the government reprises the same disingenuous tactics it used.
The fuck is doing that for?
Diddy renewed motion for specific evidence outlined in Mr. Combs' motion was not available at the time of the initial hearings. Although the defense had a general understanding of Mr. Combs' past interactions with individuals like victim 1, we did not have access to the specific contents of the relevant correspondence because it was contained on devices that were seized from Mr. Combs but had not yet been produced to him. Thus, the government's claim that nothing about the content of the text messages between the defendant and victim 1 were unknown to him at the time of the initial hearing, DKT.69/7, is false. The government does not dispute that other evidence, such as that could not have been known to Mr. Combs during the initial hearings. As just one example, Mr. Combs did not know that directly contradicted the government's claims at the detention hearings. Nor did Mr. Combs know that the government was portraying a second woman as a purported victim, even though it has never even spoken to her.
Yo, they call somebody a victim they never even spoke to. They released the video because that's the only thing they got to hold them. So they released the video because this is why they released the video. Because they can always go back to that video and say, look, he's a danger. Look at what he did. You got to realize Cassie is the victim. Cassie is the victim. So you got it. They had to release that video. Because if they didn't release the video, they wouldn't be able to talk about it openly. They wouldn't be able to use that video to detain them. Because that video will be in evidence. So you got to release the video before you lock them up. Because now, worst case scenario, we can always go back to this video and say, look, he's a danger. Look what he did to Cassie. And that's what they do. And that's why that's why I went back to this, because I'm showing you this is what they did at the hearing. This is what they did at the bail hearing.
This is sufficient new information to reopen the hearing. See, e.g., United States versus Jones, 583F Sup, 2D 513, 513, SDNY 2008. New documentary evidence that called into question grand jury testimony sufficient to reopen bail hearing. Point 1, the government's separate argument that the court has no inherent authority to reopen the hearing because this case has been reassigned.
The court is entitled to consider the basis for the detention order in deciding whether to reopen. We are not asking the court to rule that Judge Carter erred. All right, I don't want to get to that part. All right, listen to this. On November 13th, 2024, the government produced even more material new evidence, including more blank of the March 5th, 2016. So they got more video of the March 16 Intercontinental Hotel incident. Their whole case, this is all they have is that video, y'all. The government had this video as early as August 7th, 2024. Yet only produced it to the defense after Mr. Combs filed his renewed motion for bail. So they held the video. They had more video evidence, but held it until the bail hearing. Because that's all they got. That's all they got. The consistent of blank used to create the government's principal piece of evidence at the earlier bail hearings. An edited, manipulated version of the video published by CNN. The new video supports the defense argument at the earlier bail hearing and shows the government knowingly mischaracterized and concealed critical facts during those hearings. So I didn't even know. I didn't even realize that the blanks was video. The blanks is video. The video consists of whatever blank used to create the government's principal piece of evidence at the earlier bail hearing. An edited, manipulated version of the video published by CNN. The new video supports defense argument at the earlier bail hearing, and it shows the government knowingly mischaracterized and concealed critical facts during those hearings. As an analyst prepared by forensic video analyst Connor McCourt explains, the video the government submitted to the court omits footage corroborating the defense accounts, changes the sequence of events in material respects, and does not accurately depict the events. The government had the more complete video during the initial hearing, but chose not to share it with the court. Instead, it offered its edited version of the CNN video as its most powerful evidence of a danger in obstruction. That's why they released the video. That's why they released the video.
Diddy renewed motion. Combs argued Exhibit A. One was not evidence of a freak off, but depicted a domestic dispute in which he ran down the hall of the hotel to recover his clothes and cell phone. The government invented a different narrative. It argued our evidence will show that's just not what happened. Because if it's about the clothes and wanting to get the clothes back, which again it's not, why drag the victim back down the hall to the room? And you can see that on the tape. That's what he does. September 18th, 24 TR.12. The government further argued Mr. Combs throws a vase at her. ID. TR.10, which the district court cited in detaining Mr. Combs. ID.
See?
TR.4.
That's all they got. That's all they got is that video. So whenever shit get thin, go back to the video. Go back to the video. See, the problem is y'all watching them blog pages that's lying, man. They lying for views. They lying for views. Diddy not going to prison because they overcharged him. Diddy wasn't sex trafficking Cassie. Y'all think Diddy was sex trafficking Cassie? That's what y'all think. Because Cassie is the only victim. So y'all really think that Diddy, out in front of everybody, was sex trafficking her? That's what y'all think. Y'all crazy motherfucker. All right, so look, my bad. The government apparently stands by those arguments again here, but they are false, and the government knows it. The more complete footage of the incident, in contrast to the government's sensationalized CNN cut, contradicts the government's representation. The video demonstrates that Mr. Combs, in fact, ran down the hall to retrieve a bag of clothes and a cell phone. He did not drag the victim one back down the hall to the room, as the government in its sequence exhibit falsely suggests. He did not throw a vase at victim one, but only its contents, presumably flowers, and she was not only able to leave once security staff intervened. In other words, it is the government's whose explanation is just another cover-up, just more lies. The true facts corroborate what Mr. Combs has stated all along. The video is not evidence of a coerced freak-off in sex trafficking, but rather a sad glimpse into a decade-long consensual relationship between Mr. Combs and victim one. Man, I don't know where the fuck you get that from, Bowler Carrots. Hey, Bowler Carrots, what YouTube channel told you that? Please tell me. Please tell me what YouTube channel told you that. What YouTube channel told you that? So what Diddy defense team is saying is the whole video paints a different narrative. Not the edited clips, but the whole video paints a total different narrative. Mr. Combs' new evidence undermines the basis for the initial detention decision, and none of the government's more specific arguments demonstrate otherwise. Communication with victim one do not evidence sex trafficking. Look at this. Not one piece of correspondence that we have reviewed between Mr. Combs and victim one, the sole victim in the indictment. Look at that. The sole victim. It's one victim in this case, y'all. So did he deserve life in prison? Like, yo, y'all gotta take your emotions out of it, man, and just look at the facts. Look at the facts. Diddy's being railroaded, and the black community is helping. The black community is helping with the railroading of Diddy. Now, one piece of correspondence that we have reviewed between Mr. Combs and victim one, the sole victim in the indictment, corroborates the prosecution's sex trafficking theory or its representations at the previous bail hearings, and the government still does not offer one single piece of actual evidence supporting that allegation. Not one single piece of evidence supporting sex trafficking. Instead, it reiterates its proffer of cherry-picked citations to purported messages. If the messages in context actually support the government's argument, why hasn't it produced them to the defense or provided them to the court? So they got text messages of Diddy messaging Cassie, with Cassie talking about I'm somebody's daughter. The government brushes off victim one's motive for accusing Mr. Combs of having no bearing on the question of bail. But victim one is the only victim identified in the indictment, and her credibility will be, if not the key issue at trial. If the jury does not credit her testimony, it will have to acquit him of the sex trafficking count. Because it's bogus, but we helping them. The fucked up thing is we helping them. We helping them by pushing their narrative instead of pushing back against it. I'm pushing back against it because it's bogus. It's baloney. Listen to the defense argument. The defense is saying if the jury dismiss Cassie count of events, the sex trafficking count got to get thrown out. I mean, but they writing this to the judge. The judge should have the evidence. Of course, the prosecution gonna paint a different narrative. Man, y'all keep listening to these motherfuckers, these paid actors. Look, if the jury does not credit her testimony, it will have to acquit him of sex trafficking count. Her motive thus directly relate to and diminish the weight of the evidence against Mr. Combs, as well as the nature and seriousness of the purported danger he presents. The government does not even dispute that, despite labeling a second person a victim of sex trafficking, it has never even spoken to her. They labeling the second person as a victim of sex trafficking they never spoke to. They never spoke to. You know why? Because Diddy pays her bills. Diddy still deal with this person. Presumably for this reason, the government also fails to dispute the fact that this individual was voluntarily intimate with Mr. Combs for years. The government now falsely portrays as sex trafficking. The government simply has no response to these facts. Instead, it doubles down on more misleading representation to the court. It suggests Mr. Combs is tampering with this individual through financial coercion, including as recently as mid-September 2024. Yet, the government knows, but again, withholds from the court that blank, there is simply no financial coercion at all. Man, come on now, y'all. Y'all keep letting them people lie to y'all, man. Keep letting them people lie to y'all for views, pushing that fucked up ass narrative. He is paid actors, cuz. They fucking paid actors, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, Diddy is going to beat this case. There's going to be nobody else mentioned. There's going to be nobody else going to jail. There's going to be none of this shit that the fucking internet been telling y'all for the last 4 or 5 months, however long Diddy been booked. Because at the end of the day, this beef is personal. It's getting cold down here. This beef is personal. It's personal. He is gonna beat the case. He got how you charging? It's one victim that he was in a fucking decade-long relationship with. Decade-long relationship that he supported financially. Now, was it a domestic relationship, violence? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. But does that deserve life in prison? He already paid that woman. He paid her. Like you don't typically pay people and then get charged for a crime. Like that's not typically how that works. That don't only work that way, man. Y'all gonna see though. Y'all gonna see. I'm not saying Diddy is a saint. Diddy did a lot of fucked up shit. But life in prison on a consensual relationship where he paid the $30 million or $50 million? No, I don't know. We ain't doing that on Keeping G News. We ain't standing for that. That's bogus. That's what you call bogus.
I'm not falling in it.
We ain't standing for that.
Another bogus attack. Relax, man. Ready to do you solid.
No, that liquor company put up to that shit. See, this what I think happened, right? This would make the most sense to me. I said this before. Diddy got into this beef Diddy got into this beef with that liquor company, right? While Diddy was in the beef with this liquor company, Cassie was already picking at him for money. Now, you know Diddy is arrogant. That's why I tell you, Diddy ain't ready to tell on nobody or none of them. Diddy ain't doing none of that shit, because Diddy want to prove his innocence. Diddy from Harlem, man. Them boys out Harlem cocky as a motherfucker. They arrogant as a bitch. Diddy ain't ready to tell on nobody. Diddy want to say he beat the feds. So what happened was, while Diddy was beefing with this company, Cassie was nitpicking for money. The company knew this. You know, these companies got investigators. They're digging into your personal life. So the company knew this. So the company got to Cassie. Look, this is what we gonna do. Since he playing dirty with us, we want you to file this suit, and we gonna lock his ass up. And that's what the fuck they did. We gonna get his ass booked. That's what they did. Now you got Tony Busby with all these frivolous ass lawsuits because I told y'all the game plan. You gotta kill him. You gotta kill him in public opinion first. That's the game plan. Innocent from what though, y'all? Cause what is Diddy guilty of?
What has he done now?
What is Diddy guilty of, y'all? Guilty of what? You think Diddy sex trafficked Cassie? Cause that's what he charged with. How many people think Diddy sex trafficked Cassie? But how many Diddy is currently charged with sex trafficking Cassie, y'all. Because y'all he the beef with the liquor company, bro. The liquor company, man. See, y'all gotta understand, yo, it's people over top of the government. It's people that can make the government move. It's people that can make the government move, man.
I love your hands on me.
Well, because we can only go off what we know. We can go. Every document I read was documents read in court, or you know, that was all court documents. We can only go off what we know. But you never answered the question. You think Diddy sex trafficked Cassie? Because that's the charge. As it stands right now, Diddy is charged with sex trafficking Cassie. Yeah, he did that. But that's what I'm saying. You're right. You're right, Joy. That's what. But the United States government is saying that's trafficking. Diddy is saying this was our relationship. This is what we did. You know, we partied. We had a good time. Is that a crime worth life in prison? Basically being a swinger. Is being a swinger worth life in prison? I don't think people get life for being a swinger, man. Like for real, that shit new to me.
This is exactly what Damien wants, right? So please.
Nah, he ain't give out his man, he was for the free. They was swinging. They was swinging. I don't think we should get life in prison for swinging, man. Like that's some new shit if we gonna start doing that. If we gonna start doing that, so a whole bunch of people deserve life in prison. See, this is my thing, right? This is my thing, right? I think she liked it at first, but I think you know when people move like that over time, it got freakier and freakier and freakier, and she started becoming uncomfortable. You know, it's probably certain things she did. You know, the freak offs might have been like once when it first started. It might have been like 5 times a year. Then it went to once a month. Then it went to 3 times a week. You understand? I think it was a situation like that. But is that sex trafficking? You know what I mean? Is that trafficking? I don't think that's trafficking, man. And that's why they're gonna lose that case. Because he overstepped. They overcharged them. That's not trafficking, man. Yo, see, this is the thing. Most people don't even understand what made it a RICO. So I always got to explain this, because I know we got new people every day. This is, and I ain't see nobody else on the internet explain it. What made this a RICO? So y'all know what a RICO is, right? A RICO is organized crime. A RICO, what constitute a RICO statute is, you got multiple moving layers, right? And we all moving as one. You know, and we all got one common goal in mind. That is a criminal enterprise. It's multiple different layers, and we moving as one, and we got a goal. So what was the goal in Diddy's situation? Freak offs. Freak offs was the goal. So, and let's listen to how they put this together, y'all, because they put it together real loose, like they barely making it fit. So look. The common goal in Diddy's situation is freak offs. So what made it a RICO? What made it organized crime? Because he got sex workers flying in from multiple different states. Then you got people that bring IVs. You got people that bring drugs. Then say a freak off get out of hand and we might got to buy the tape. You got people that's going to buy the tape. That's the only reason. And then hold up. Then after the freak off, you got people that's going to clean up. Yo, that's the only reason this is a RICO. The only reason. Because it was organized. If you take the organization out of what Diddy was doing with Cassie, this would not fit under a RICO statute. The organization of it is what allowed the feds to fit this under the RICO statute. That's it and that's all. That is it and that is all. That's it. I don't even think Diddy realized, because it really ain't, you know. But I don't think he realized that what he was doing, they can fit it under that statute. Yeah, it's the organization of it, you know. It's the organization of it. Everybody had one common goal in mind. Everybody's common goal was to, make the freak offs as pleasurable as possible. You know, you got the bodyguard going. You got Cassie calling the sex workers. You got the bodyguards bringing the drugs. You got the IV lady that comes when shit, after we finish and we need to, the freak off might last for 2-3 days. After we finish, the IV lady come. You got Young Miami bringing the drugs. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what even made it. That's what even made it a RICO. I just explained it to you, Joy. I just explained it to you. Because he the only one being charged. Everybody else probably gonna testify. But you see how, but I'm saying, Joe, you see how loose that is? Like, you see how loose it was? Like, that's really what y'all did. Y'all turned something that wasn't like that. It wasn't organized crime. It was, we gonna have these freak offs. I got money. You feel me? I got money, so of course I'm gonna make sure shit organized. We gonna get the maids. Y'all gonna bring the IVs. The security guards, y'all gonna book the hotel. Cassie, you find the sex workers. I'm gonna get the drugs. And that's what they did. That's all they did. Yeah, it is. It really is, Caden. It's a dirty charge. It's like conspiracy. It's a made up shit that they use to try to tie people into crimes that otherwise they wouldn't be able to convict them of. That's really what it, in layman's terms, that's what it really is. It's a made up shit they use so they can pick crimes on people. That if they didn't have that statue, they wouldn't be able to put crimes on. That's what it is. See, the problem is though, y'all. I think I'm on a YouTube page explaining that. Like I haven't seen that one YouTube page explain how is Diddy being charged with a RICO. How was they able to put this under a RICO statute? I haven't seen nobody else explain that. Yeah, Charlene, but you gotta realize these was drug induced. You know what I mean? These are drug induced sex parties. You know what I mean? They drug induced sex parties that last, sometimes they last for days. They don't always last for days, but shit, sometimes shit get real. You know what I mean? shit get out of control. Oh shit. God damn it. I almost fucking fell. Shit get out of control. Motherfucker stepped on the fucking chair. Oh shit, I got my charger. If I get upstairs, get comfortable with my charger, be down here, mad as a bitch. Yeah, that's all that shit was for real. All it was. Oh, it's fucking cold. Now hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you new, y'all. We the only ones keeping that shit real. I ain't never not once told y'all the industry ready fall and everybody going to jail. It's not. I ain't did a YouTube video on Diddy saying that shit because I know that's a goddamn lie. I know that's a lie. And I don't get on here. I don't get on here to lie to y'all. Like I get on here to try to give y'all the best information for people that want to know what's going on. Motherfuckers, people get on their page to lie to y'all for views. And then, you know what I mean? We don't do that. We're going to keep that shit real. Matter of fact, we might as well, I got up here. Hold on. Let me get my, let's go. Yeah, yo. Like that, yo, what be going on? Yo, what they be doing on the other pages, yo, that shit be fucked up, yo. I be watching some of them videos. I be like, wow. Sister Tell, she probably the biggest. She a plant for real. She ain't organic. Yo, you can't get on YouTube, yo, and in 4 years get 400,000 subscribers. You can't do it. YouTube won't allow it. Keep telling y'all that. They won't allow it. Not organically. They're not going to let you do that because they don't even want to pay people. You know what I mean? YouTube don't want to pay nobody. So when you got these pages that shoot straight to the moon, man, you better question them motherfuckers. What agency you working for? You working for an agency. If you working for an agency, you can't be honest. Because you gotta push your agenda. I told y'all, they trying to phase voices like mine out. Because I'm really independent. You know what I mean? I'm really independent. I got my phone, my computer, and yeah. I'm really independent. Sure it's my 9. Who the fuck said I got a 9? Got no motherfucking 9. Yeah, I did a video on it, Charlene. I did a video on it. YouTube probably sent out a notification though. You know, we talked about that before. I told you what they doing. They coming after the women now. They ran the play on the men. Now they running the play on the women now. They killed the man image. Now they killing the women image. That's what they doing right now as we speak. That's the play. That's the fucking play. I don't know what the fuck is that. Hurt Mo. Phone calls from prison channel. That's crazy. I don't know who else. Well, people gonna see though. My thing is, right? This is my thing. All them channels that been selling y'all, the industry gonna go down. Are y'all gonna hold them accountable when that shit don't happen? Or y'all just gonna let them move on to the next like they always do? For all those channels, because it's so many of them, y'all. All the channels that's telling y'all Diddy ready go down and wait till the big news hit and all that dumbass shit they be saying. Is y'all gonna hold them accountable when none of that shit happens? That's my question I got for the people. And y'all gonna go back and be like, oh, you fucking lied, man. Why the fuck you had me thinking that Jay-Z was next? And why the fuck you had me thinking that they was ready to come at the Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and all these motherfuckers was going down and it was ready to be a major indictment? Like, why the fuck you had me saying? Fuck you had me repeating that dumbass shit, man. Got me thinking that it's gonna be something that it ain't. Cause that's the problem, yo. People allow them to do that and then and nobody holds them accountable for it. Nobody holds them accountable. Now hit the like button, y'all. Tap the screen twice. Y'all want to donate to the platform? If y'all want to donate to the platform, yo, Cash App at the bottom, yo. My man Edward posted. Cash App Baltimore Swag. I'm starting to think 50 a plant. Not a plant, but I think 50 a wild ass nigga. I'm not really in, right? I'm not really into kicking people at their lowest. And if I see it, like 50's into that. 50 kick somebody at their lowest. I don't really respect that, man. I don't really respect that. Like that be having me looking at 50 kind of strange. Like, why you always do that? Like you keep doing it. Soon as Jay-Z name got put in the mix, he put up a post about Jay-Z. And it's like it'll get to a point where it's like, all right, it was funny for a while. But now it's like, yo, why you keep doing that, bro? Like, what you got, an agenda or something? Like, oh, who you working for? Who paying you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's how my mind works. If you got, y'all, we living in the world, y'all, you got to question everything. Everything deserves question, man. For real. Like, I've been warning y'all about the YouTube created pages that's popping up, trying to take money away from people. Then you got the digital marketing firms that hire YouTubers. You know what I mean? Bump their numbers all up. Like I told y'all, the goal is to take away the voice of us, the independent. I'm talking about us. You know what I mean? The people that got their own opinion, the independent people, the people that's not with the agenda. They're trying to take that question away, man. I mean they're trying to take our voice away, man. Yeah, I'm starting to question 50, man. Starting to question 50. For real. Some of that shit, like, all right, yo. You've been beefing with Diddy for a while, yo, but he locked up now. He locked up now, bro. Like, why are you talking about I'm ready to put out a surviving Diddy? Like, oh, come on, bro. Like, he locked up now. You won. Whatever beef you had with him, Nightbot came back. Jesus Christ. Whatever beef you had with him is over. You won, shorty. Congratulations. Like, oh, you don't keep picking at him and picking at him and picking at him and making posts about him. And no, yo, that's fucked up, bro. You can question me about you. Yo, my credentials is good. Like, Everything I say can be Googled or looked up or proven, or like you can go through the timeline of my videos and watch my come up. A lot of these people you can't. You know, they came on YouTube hot. Like, how the fuck you come on YouTube hot? Like, you know how long it takes for, yo, until you get 100 subscribers, you can't even find a person's channel. You know what I mean? If I had 60 subscribers, you couldn't type in Keep the G News in my video pop up. I had to send you a link. So how you got these pages that just, in 3 years, they at 400K? You know what I mean? Like, come on now. How you get to 400K? Either your first 150K views was fake and your numbers was fake, or you with the system. Yeah, I know, that's crazy, right? I don't like that shit either. They think, I'm telling you what the goal is. They trying to get rid of us. They trying to get rid of the organic people, man. Trying to get rid of the organic people. Now you got all these celebrities. They already rich. Like, you know, YouTube was a way for the average Joe, you know, or the average woman to make a living and make a nice lifestyle. Now these motherfuckers that came from sports, they done had 15-year careers in the NBA, 7 years in the NFL. They've been rappers for 30 years. Now they trying to blog now. See, but I don't mind. I compete with all the motherfuckers, 'cause I don't think they can fuck with me. I just don't like the fact that it just don't. I just want us on an even playing field. And I don't mean like, you know, 'cause they already got a name. I mean like, yo, let my numbers do what they do. You feel me? Don't slow me down when you see me rising. Let me rise. That's all I ask for. And we can play ball. I go toe to toe any of them on any topic. For real. On any topic. Umar Johnson, what's up? Let's talk about the black community. Charleston White, what's up? Let's talk about the black community. What you want to do? Yeah, yo. See, people gotta understand how dangerous it is. You know, I ain't gonna say dangerous. Some people look at controlling the narrative as a way to control the people. So if y'all can remember during the 2019 election or 2020 election, right? They was silencing people. You know, they was kicking people off the internet. And I think at that time, that's when they realized, like, yo, we gotta put our own people in. We gotta put our own people in, and we gotta boost them to the top. That way, it combats, you know, the independent voice. Yeah, because you know, it don't translate. But you know, that's how it always been, yo. You see, yo, the thing about the internet, like I said, it gave everybody a voice. Before the internet, before this, everybody didn't have a voice. You had CNN, Fox, you had Warner Brothers, you understand? And they ran all the media. Now you got us, and we getting followers. People listening to us, people sharing our takes. People, no, hell no, we can't have that. That's gonna get bad. So what do? We create our own people. We create our own people. That's why you gotta really question what you watching with some of these people. Like, am I really watching somebody that's just like me? You know, that just got an opinion on things or just got some takes that, or am I watching Don Lemon? Or am I watching what's the other boy name? Barbara Walters, or am I? You understand? And I ain't talking about them. I'm just talking about, you know, people in their position. Why the fuck would I hate white people, bro? What type of question is that? Yeah, cuz, but that's what I'm saying. But how many of us are us? That's the question. That's what I'm trying to open your eyes up to see. How many of us are us versus them? It ain't like it used to be. It used to be us, but now it's a lot of them portraying us. It's a lot of them in the media now portraying us, man. You gotta really check them out. Yeah. They were doing it to Facebook too. Yeah, y'all. That's all I be saying, y'all. Like, everybody, look at Trench's News. Y'all don't think Trench's News was sent to the internet? Do people really think that Trench's News, who's a known federal informant, do y'all think that he built this page on his own? Or was he sent? Or did he come on a mission? I'm trying to tell you, man. Yo, you know, what's the odds, right? Check this out. Look at this. I look at things as odds and probability and chance, right? So what's the odds, right? That Trench's News from Chicago, he only been in there for 3-4 years, just as long as I have. But listen to this. What's the odds, right? That a well-known YouTuber is a federal informant. Yo, them odds is slim for that shit to be by mistake. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, that them odds is slim, man. Appreciate it, Razor. To be a federal informant, most people can never grow a YouTube channel. I'm talking about to get to even get to 10,000 subscribers. What's the chance that a federal informant grew their YouTube channel to 100,000 subscribers? Yeah, it's slim to none. Exactly, bro. But he ain't the only one. It's a lot of them. 1090 Jake. A lot of them, yo. Like, a lot of them. It's a lot of them out here. Now, I can't see 1090. I don't know enough about him to see him. I ain't really dug into his history. But it's a lot of them out here, man. That man came to do a job, man. We gonna make you the #1 Chicago blogger. That's your mission. You're gonna get paid. You're gonna get us information. You're gonna solve cases. He know that. He probably watching now on the fake page. Fuck you at, Trench. I know you somewhere watching. You know that? He ain't the only one though, y'all. That's how I be trying to get people to understand. Y'all think he the only one? Terrence Williams, y'all. Yo. Terrence Williams did what? 20 years, 30 years in the joint. Come straight home, go to the internet. Came straight home and went to the internet. Yo, how many people as soon as they get out of jail, first thought is, I gotta go to the internet. They ain't think about their kids. You ain't trying to get your affairs in order. Your first idea when you come home is to go to the internet. Man, sweet to Mexico, man. You say you what? You recommend some or are you afraid of success? What are you talking about? I go live every day at 11. Every day, Monday through Sunday, 11 p.m. Eastern time. I've been doing this shit for like 7 months. It's this damn shame, like, and then see the reason I be looking at it like this, yo, is because Trench's News even admitted. Yesterday he was on live. Motherfuckers know I'm one of the best doing this shit. I don't think, that ain't just me being cocky. That's just me evaluating everybody else. Yo, even admit I can salute him for that. You know, a lot of people won't even admit no shit like that. Like, he know I'm one of the best doing it. So why is it that my numbers ain't reflecting it? You know what I mean? Why is it that when Diddy first got booked, we had 1,500 people on this bitch, 1,000 people on this bitch? Because YouTube don't want to pay people. It's not because for the content creators watching. It's not because you ain't doing your job. They don't want to pay you. They don't want to pay us. Because what they do is, y'all, they sign these people to a deal. Like a record deal. Like right now, what's going on is YouTubers are being signed to a record, like a record label. And they splitting the revenue. So what they do is, I pay you. Have you heard Charleston White say, I'm scheduled to make this much money in 5 years? I've heard him say it before. I'm scheduled, my page is scheduled to generate $3 million in 5 years. Where you getting them numbers from, yo? Where you getting them numbers from? He's working for somebody. So what they do is they sign them and they sign their YouTube page over. Look, you got to give me this much content every such and such. You know what I mean? And we're gonna bump you up. We're gonna make sure your page gets seen, and we ain't gonna let nobody talk bad about you. Yo, how is it that Charleston White is viral, right? But when you talk about him, you might only get 1,000 views. Let's say you get everything he do though. Everything he do on any other platform gets hundreds of thousands of views. But if you oppose his viewpoints, 10,000. How? Why is just as many people love listening to him? They should be loved. Those same people love to hear people talk about him as well, whether it's good or bad. But what happens is the algorithm won't allow those videos opposing his viewpoints to be seen, because he's part of the system. Signed a contract, and they split their YouTube revenue. But that's how they turn. That's how they turning these people over. That's why I keep saying they're trying to get rid of the organic speaker. What young girl? You said what? They took who? Oh, they took her page? Wow. Fuck, they take her page for? That's fucked up. Why the fuck they take her page? Wow. And she ran up 1 million followers too. What that was on? What page was that? Instagram or TikTok? On TikTok? She probably was organic. They don't want organic people, man. You gotta be part of the system, man. I'm trying to tell y'all how this shit go. Like you can get up there organically, yo, but you ain't gonna do it in 3 years, yo. That shit gonna probably take 6, 7, 8. I mean, You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's it. This how this shit go, y'all. That's how this shit go. You gotta be a part of the system, yo. You gotta be, yo. If you want an easy road, yo. Did I tell y'all what they did? So look, let me tell y'all some of the things they did to me, right? I did a video on how rap in prison are the same people. How the same people that run rap is the same people running prisons. Demonetize me. Look, I did the video, right? Sent it through checks. 3 days later, demonetized. They demonetized. I'm like, oh shit. So they demonetized me for they said I was having reused content. So when they demonetized me, right? They tell me, right? They tell me, what the fuck they tell me? Go through my videos. And then they want me to do a 5-minute video explaining to them how I make my videos. This is what they told me. So I did the video. I sent it to YouTube. Denied me again. We want you to explain all your videos. Like how the fuck? At this time I had 1,000 videos. Like how I'm explaining all my videos in a 5-minute clip. Like how the fuck is that even possible? So then they said I can appeal it again. I appeals it again. This time they tell me. So look, so when I appeals it, right? I'm starting saying all these copyrights, like at like a day or so. I'm getting old copyrights on videos. Like, oh, they just going through my page, just trying to say I ain't in compliance. So they like, yeah, well, your page ain't in compliance with the YouTube laws. Da, 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 da. I'm like, wow, yo, that was dirty as a bitch. One nothing you can do about it. Then one time, right? When I was scheduled to get monetized in October. Was it October? No, December. I was scheduled to get monetized in December. These motherfuckers struck my channel in October for an old video though, not a new video, an old video. So this is what I mean by yo, they don't want to pay people. Mind you, in order to be monetized, you can't have a strike on your channel in 90 days. So now I gotta wait 90 more days. So these are the games that they do to deter you. Because they don't want to pay people. Now some people fall for it. Man, fuck that shit. I ain't doing that shit. It's like they send you through a hazing. It's like they send you through a hazing. It's like, all right, we're gonna see if you really want it. I'm like, oh, how the fuck y'all? Oh, so look, this is what they did to me again. So when they gave me the strike shit, when they kicked me out of the program, mind you, I was monetized for like 3 months. No, for like 6 months. Never got paid. Because I wasn't getting the views. So, yo, I got to $97. So I don't know how many of y'all know. You gotta get $100 to get paid. You gotta at least meet the $100 threshold. I got to $97, y'all. And they hit me with that fucking strike for the video. Well, they hit me with, they demonetized me. Said it was reused content, but I think it was for that video I did. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? That was dirty as shit. Whole time, I'm pumping out content every day. It might even 4 months. 4 months, ain't never get paid. I finally got to the threshold and they demonetized me. That's what they did. I was like, yo, you know how hard it was for me to get back on here and upload videos after that? Like, yo, that shit was like, whoa. Like, damn, yo, they really did me like that. But that's what you do. You're gonna go through that when you organic. You're gonna go through that when you don't have a team. Now, if you join the team, you ain't gotta worry about none of that. You join the team, you're gonna shoot straight to the moon. Straight to the moon. You're gonna be on this bitch YouTube for a year. You at 80,000 subscribers. You only be on that bitch for a year. I'm telling you, they're gonna send you all they're gonna send you all the views. All good. Appreciate it. Man, good night. Make sure y'all check out them videos and uploads I did. Got some uploads that they probably not send notifications out to. It is late though, y'all. And I gotta get up in the morning, y'all. But I appreciate everybody that tapped in, of course. Hey, my nightly crew. My man Matthew, Elwood, Cuz, Charlene, Ball Out. Everybody for real. But these are my nightly crews. A1, I know he in here somewhere. G-Man. Man, make sure y'all support the platform if y'all can, man. C. Rollins, Nikki Love. C. Rollins don't be here like that, but Nikki did. Motherfucking Nikki. Big Low. Max. I appreciate everybody that support the platform though. But like I say, yo, Cash App Baltimore swag. My man Elwood posted at the bottom. If you want to support the movement, you know, cause we doing it on our own, man. Oh, got my man Jalen. I ain't seen Jalen, ain't even comment, but yeah, Jalen be here every night. But it's another day. Oh yeah, all right, so Nikki's still here. Charlotte, yeah, there go the crew. It's another day of QBG News. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, and I'm out. You hear me?